Welcome to this pick a card reading today. If you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. Thanks for clicking and watching. Welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and tuning in to the messages that are being presented and given for you. Today, we are going to be doing a double pick reading on your elevation messages. So this is a limitless reading. Whenever it is that you find this is when you are meant to hear these messages at whatever point you are elevating, whatever timeline, where you are on your path. As I said, this is a double pick, so we're going to get started with the Lightworkers Oracle first, and you'll choose from one of two cards. So let's get that shuffled up for you, and we'll check out your first pick. For this reading, we are going to be looking into this overarching energy with this Lightworkers deck here. We're also going to be using a spiritual awakening deck that talks about the laws of the universe. So that will be your second pick. You'll be seeing which law of the universe you will be working with or maybe predominant in your elevation at this time. And then we'll take a look at the elevation path that you've got going on right now, your strengths and your weaknesses that may be kind of popping up or that you may need to look at or be handling, dealing with, etc. So there we go. We've got card one. And also the outcome as well as some lucky, fortunate energy that you can work with, and some final messages that connect to your chakra energy. Thank you. All right, we've got our first pick here for you. This is a this or that. So you can either choose card number 1 here on the left or card number 2 here on the right. Head down to the timestamps once you've made your selection, and that will send you right to your second pick. Welcome to your second pick. If you're listening to this, then you have chosen card 1 for your first pick. We are going to reveal this right now to see what kind of energy you're going to be working with through this elevation period for you. 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Wow, that is a powerful energy. We're definitely going to learn more about this in your reading, but let's lay out your second pick for you. Beautiful card. Wow, beautiful card. I'm like lost in the card. Okay, we're going to be using the Spiritual Awakening deck, 52 Universal Law Oracle cards here. So we're going to be choosing the universal laws or law that you'll be working with predominantly through this elevation. Of course, you'll probably be working with more than one universal law, but this will highlight it for you, whatever it is that you decide to choose or what your intuition is guiding you to choose. So let these come to us here. I've got 1. We'll do 3 cards here, so you'll be choosing from one of 3. Thank you. That one wants to come. Card number 1, card number 2 there, and one more. There it is. Thank you. Card number 3. All right, so take a moment, ask your intuition. You can vibe them out to see which one is calling to you. So card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Once you have made your selection, head down to the timestamps under pick number 2 and select your card number, and that will send you right to your reading. Welcome to your second pick. If you're listening to this, then you've chosen the second card for your first pick, card number 2. We are going to take a look at this for the bigger picture energy that you'll be working with or dealing with through this elevation. So let's see what you have chosen. Family of Light, card number 17. Wow. This whole deck is very powerful. This is a beautiful card. All right. So let us lay out your second pick for you to choose from. Again, we'll be working with the Spiritual Awakening 52 Universal Law Oracle cards. So this will give us an idea of what predominant law of the universe you will be working with over the course of this elevation period for you. Of course, you'll be working with multiple laws of the universe that are always happening at all times, but we are going to check in with one of these that is going to stand out, or that you'll be able to use, learn about, understand more about yourself. They want this card on the top. I was like, there's two here. They're like, get the top one. So card number 2. And one more for you here to choose from. This. All right. And card number 3. All right, so give yourself a moment if you need to. You can pause the video if you'd like. Card number 1 for your second pick, card number 2, or card number 3. And once you have made your selection, you can head on down to the timestamps under pick number 2 and choose the number of your card, and that will send you right to your elevation messages reading. Welcome to your elevation messages reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the first card for your first pick and the first card for your second pick. So first of all, we're going to be doing some reading from the books. They've advised me here for this reading that it's important for you to actually be able to listen and receive the messages that are coming from the actual write-ups. It won't be all of the write-ups, but there's specific sections that they've asked me to read throughout the reading, so I'll be doing that for you. So you can just sit back, take in whatever's coming through for you intuitively, take notes if you want to. So first we have the Reassurance of the Golden Light. This is card number 36 for you. It's a beautiful card. Of course, I'll give you another look at it there. Just a gorgeous card. Now, this is an Alana Fairchild deck, and Alana is wonderful at just writing the kind of perfect combination of words together, explaining things, and I love it. So I'm really happy that they've advised me to read the beginning of these cards for you. So Reassurance of the Golden Light. The golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hand of the divine and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. So right off the bat, you've chosen this beautiful card of resolution, reassurance from the divine. You can see the protection coming in for you during this elevation period. We'll set that right aside there, and let's take a look at the predominant law of the universe that you have chosen. Reciprocity here. The law of giving and receiving. Give away a material belonging to someone you love. Now, this energy, of course, this is advice on the card, but this energy is this flow coming in and out of your energy constantly during this elevation period. That's what you're going to be experiencing if you lean into it. I feel a massive cleansing for this group coming up with this card. So really trusting in the protection that's coming in to protect you, to guide you, to resolve issues, to clear obstacles, to move challenges, to find solutions, answers, etc., and to continue staying in this kind of infinite divine reciprocity energy. Again, they're going to ask me to read. So let us take a look at what this has to say. Giving and receiving. Yeah, I don't look at them, so there's no numbers on these cards. So I kind of got to look them up through the what do you call it? The like list, giving and receiving. Law number 34. Interesting. So you're getting a 36 here, which is a 9, and a 34, which is, of course, a 7. That may be important. Also could be like, they're talking about somebody's age or like a certain period of time, right? 34 to 36. Interesting. Okay, and it says, you are holding on to a particular item, which is communicating to the universe you are not ready to receive. There is not any difference between giving and receiving. They are one and the same. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to expand your ability to flow in the exchange of energy with all of life. The first step is to let go of everything that no longer serves your life. Someone else will benefit from these items that you do not need. When you let go of what you have been holding on to, the universe will bring new energy into your life. You are going to receive something big. So amazing. Not only are you being reassured and can have hope, faith, and know that you are being protected and beautiful, obstacles are being removed from your path, but they're asking you to step into the flow. So this is all part of that elevation period for you. In order to be able to ascend, to elevate, it's going to be so important for you to trust and flow. If there are things that you no longer need, that's going to keep coming up over this period. And the goal there is to release them if they are no longer needed in your life. And your heart will know, they just said. Your heart will know. So I'm just setting up the end of your reading there with some beautiful luck symbols, auspicious symbols. I love this deck. So we'll take a look at that. But first, let's check out this elevation path for you and what kind of guidance you have and messages you have that Spirit wants you to know as you move forward through this elevation path. All right. Whoa. I'm going to get 3 cards here. Thank you. All right, let's take a look. First, we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords energy, this is actually a beautiful depiction of this card. The 5 of Swords energy, you can see she's sort of choosing a sword and sitting with it for a moment. The 5 of Swords can definitely be a state of mental conflict. Okay, so you may be feeling that already right now. When you get this card, it's like a card that tells you you've got to pay attention to what's going on in your head. You've got to pay attention to what's going on in your thought processes because they really are directing your life. And sometimes you can find that like the chaotic mental state actually brings or calls in chaos into your life. Especially if you're pondering over releasing something in order to be able to make space to feel like you can welcome in whatever it is you're meant to receive next. This can show up in that space mentally, right? Where your swords are about communication, about your mental state, about your truth, about honoring what is real and true for you. Swords are also about clarity. And so because we're kind of starting here, it's telling me that you probably have been pondering over something, needing to kind of look at it maybe from different angles. You may be kind of stressed out about it and your mind is kind of giving you, hemming and hawing energy. She looks very peaceful with the sword that she is choosing. So I would say it's important to begin this elevation journey or understand that first what is needed is for you to choose the thoughts that are going to serve you best, that are connected to where you want to go or what you're looking to become. The high expression of this card will see you shifting your mind to a better state. That's what's going to bring in that energy. If you're trying to decide on whether or not to give something up or give something over, obviously you are protected, fully protected, this group for sure. Anybody who chose the card number 1 here is getting get constant signs, messages, reassurance as you move forward through your ascension or through your elevation. But here they're wanting you to shift your perspective, change your mind about something. Got the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like you have more than what you need, or you have what you need at the very least. And you're going to be open to receiving more. That's what That's what this is all about. So that's why they're saying, like, if you haven't used something for a while, if you haven't worn that for a while, if you haven't, if you don't need, they're showing me, wow, this is specific, so I don't know who this is for, but if you have like a kitchen full of tools, you know, like gadgets, that's what they're showing, a kitchen full of gadgets that you like use 2 of them. You know, you really love this one thing that you can't live without, and then you use one of these sometimes, and then the rest of them you don't really use or not at all, and sometimes you use them like maybe during the holidays or during special occasions or something. That's what they're talking about. So those need to be like kind of, they're saying siphoned out, so split up. This way you can release what is no longer needed. So if that's you, and that's like specific for your kitchen space, but that goes for any kind of other space. So a 3 of Pentacles tells me, because we're moving forward here on the journey ahead, we're trying to take a look at the path of elevation. And the 3 of Pentacles is a card that is a community card. It's a card that tells me that you already have, you see, they're working together with all of the tools that they already need. It's a very creative number 3. And so when you get a 3 of Pentacles, it's things on the physical plane that you actually have to work with that are going to help you. Because you have the law of giving and receiving in this reciprocity energy, when you give away that which you do not need, you're going to find just another tool either being presented to you or come into your awareness that you already have. For instance, if you start clearing and cleaning out things, you may notice something that you forgot that you had, and you need it right now, and it's really going to serve you. It's like that missing piece that you were looking for. So this feels, again, like a cleansing energy is needed. It feels like you're being guided to clear things out. It actually may bring you peace of mind if you're still in conflict, to move into an energy of like, I have everything that I need. How can I use this differently? How can I think about this differently? How can I look at it differently? Can you ask somebody to help you use the tools, or what tools you might be missing, meaning like overlooking? This is a beautiful card. It also may see you connecting to others who are willing to help, who know how to use the tools, who know the information and how to work with it, who may know more than you do. You may join a community that makes you feel really, you know, connected to your next chapter or your next step. Let's see what else we have here. Wow. Okay. And this is kind of the line. So this is where we're headed. Queen of Swords energy. And look at her. She has chosen that sword, right? We're moving from the conflict and really settling into a peace of mind and choosing, and then bringing that sword and using it in a different way, using it for our highest communication, highest truth, highest elevation. A Queen of Swords is a court card. She's a high-level court card in this suit. So again, tools will be appearing, I feel like, maybe out of nowhere. Like, where did that come from? I totally spaced the fact that I had that. Or who is this person that just walks into my life, and now I you know, I feel like I have been here all along, and I, you know, it's like those communities that you feel like are your tribe, or the people that you just work so well with, you know? If you're working on a project, or you're in a career, this has to do with your career, you would see yourself clearing and cleaning out your desk, clearing out your mind of any old kind of notions about the way that you used to do things, because you're in an elevation, and then looking at the tools you have and looking at the people that you're working with in order to get to this kind of an energy. The Queen of Swords is this beautiful communicative leader. She is very connected. She is so insightful and intelligent. She listens to her truth. She understands the insight is not just from her mind, but also from the divine. You can see her there wielding that sword and holding it right up to spirit in order to get the answers and the clarity that she needs. So some of the stuff you may be receiving may not be actual physical stuff at all. Definitely some of it will be, because you're getting that 3 of Pentacles, but you may also be receiving massive insights, answers, things that you were like pondering over for a long time, and all of a sudden you've got something cleared here from the universe. You've got your spirit team just you know, showing you the way in a different way, and it all becomes clear. She's also a very good strategizer. She's wonderful at making a plan and then using, for instance, if you're in a community or if you lead people, when you move through this elevation, you're just going to be so much better at communicating, at being able to put things in order, delegating, things like that. She's very good. You want her to like lead your like your project. She's a leader. She's a leader that can delegate, organize. She's super smart. It's like she can see things coming sometimes before they even get there. It's a beautiful energy. Plus, she's got the divine on her side. So right now we're looking at a strength and a weakness that you may find during your elevation. So this is the strength energy here. Nice. And look at that big bright sun in this depiction. So a Four of Pentacles energy is the energy of stability. Knowing how to use those tools, putting them into good use, and also the trust, they're saying. The trust that all is already well. You can see she's hugging those pentacles with that beautiful, bright, joyful sun behind her, trusting. She's sitting in grass. She's very grounded, stable. Everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to in the exact right time. I trust, I understand, I am protected, right? I'm stable, I am strong. Now, they want me to just highlight for you the lower expression of this card, which unless you choose to get into that expression, we're going to pull a weakness energy here in just a moment, but this is your strength. Being able to stay grounded, being able to stay in an optimistic place with finances, with the tools that you have, right? How to use them, creating this really wonderful foundation for yourself. That's what's happening. So that's why they're like, trust us. Trust us. We are showing you the way to stability, to making perhaps more money if you're working on a project. We're going to give you the clarity that you need to help you elevate into a place where you master the art of being stable and having everything you need at all times. Because that's the vibe of this group. Like, I already have everything I need and I'm trusting that. And as I trust that, I release what I don't need and I gain more. I'm just making sure you can see these cards. Okay. The low expression of a Four of Pentacles is being in scarcity, being very nervous. Do I have what I need, right? Oh my gosh, am I going to have enough? Is this going to be good enough? Am I stable enough? Am I protected enough? Am I strong enough? Am I courageous enough? Is this all going to get taken away from me? You know, like scarcity, or can be greed. So want to watch out for that with any kind of egoic kind of notion coming in, going like, well, I'm going to give this away so that I can receive more. I just want more. You got to watch out for that, because your strength really through the elevation is staying grounded and trusting that the universe provides. And as you take the steps on the physical plane to stay in that reciprocity energy, that giving and receiving, so you're giving and staying open to receiving, you're just going to be provided all that you need all the time, right? Let's see what we have for your weakness. Wow, okay. The strength card showing up in the weakness space. So this is you stepping into a space where you might feel like, I can't be vulnerable. I'm not courageous. I'm not brave enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not grounded. Very interesting. So this is what looks like what this elevation is about for you, which is, helpful information. Thank you, Spirit. It's helpful to know what they're going to be looking at you, looking at helping you move through, right? Work through. So here we're stable and strong and protected. Here we're getting our strength kind of bumped up against. They're going to ask you, hey, are you strong enough? Are you brave enough? Are you courageous enough? Can you be vulnerable in this space? Can you allow yourself to trust? Can you make that move to use that tool or direct that group once you get the truth, once you get the insight? Are you going to be able to do that? So being overly aggressive, I would say, is you want to watch out for that. Like, that greed can put you into like an aggressive energy. So we don't want to be in that at all. The goal is to learn the balance of strength and stability, to be able to stand tall and be courageous when needed, while also being vulnerable and being compassionate when needed. This group really, you guys might be leaders. You feel like a leader energy. And so there must be an elevation happening in the way that you lead something in your life or lead a group of people in your life. So your strength is your weakness. Can you imagine? Your strength is your weakness. So we don't want to be bullheaded, know-it-all. You know, these kinds of things are not called for in this elevation. It's kind of like a softening energy. It's releasing to receive, listening. So you're speaking and then you're going to be listening, right? This is, yeah, like exact opposite kind of energy. Polarities, yes. So there you go. That might be another law that you're working with throughout this elevation. All right, let's take a look at the outcome energy here for you. Oh, and how nice. Talking about polarity energy, right? We're getting the Justice card there. That's beautiful. Oh, this group is wonderful. Okay, Justice energy is about truth. It's about trusting your truth. It's trusting that everything is always coming into balance. It's that giving and receiving, right? So you do have this I'm not going to say it's a test energy, but when we're elevating, oftentimes spirit will kind of challenge us, you know, and this is what they're looking for you as an outcome. They want you to be able to understand that all is well, all is balanced. You are on your direct path of truth. The Justice energy is a fairness energy, but oftentimes when I get this card, I like to read it like, because we also have two swords here pointing up. We don't start that way, but we certainly end that way. This is where we're headed. To stability, strength, protection, justice, balance, fairness. If things have not been kind of going or headed in your direction, if that's how you have felt, if you felt very conflicted about the choices that you need to make, it looks like they're sending you through this elevation to a place where you're going to feel planted right on your path of truth if you allow. Like the scales always balance out when you get that Justice card. I like to read it like we're hopping back on our path of truth. So if you feel like you have strayed or that a change needs to happen, it does need to happen. You can see it right here. It's a change of mind that really needs to happen. A change in the way you communicate, a change in the way you perceive your life perhaps, and how you work with what you already have. For me, what they're telling you is this group has enough. You already have enough. You may have more than enough, which is why you're being asked to let go of what you don't need, to survey and assess your inventory of your things and your life and your emotions, etc. And the tools you're using, the people you're around, the communities you're in, because it's not a time to be overly bullheaded, is what they keep saying, bullheaded. It's a time to know your own worth, know your own strength, hop back on to your path and live a life of truth and communicate from that space. And that's how everything ends up balancing out nicely. Those polarities just start to really work for you, where you know, I've learned how to be strong when I need to be, when I need to take that action and be courageous. I know how to do that. And also when I need to pull back and to listen or to share, I can be vulnerable in that space. And I know that throughout the entirety of whatever it is I'm called to do, that I am fully protected, that I am rising in a way that is aligned with my authentic self, and that I can release in order to receive and not be afraid that I don't or won't have enough, or that everything isn't working out exactly perfectly, right? You are looking to receive in, I think, all areas here. So ethereal and physical and emotional, they're saying, and mental. So like we could go through the list, right? But it's like this group has this bubble of reciprocity happening while you are protected to be able to move back onto your path and feel really great about it. Balance, no, not extremes, right? We're using those two sides of the spectrum to bring you into a peaceful state where you feel really good. I mean, she's literally on a path, right? It's almost like she's got stairs here. They're saying like she's just going to turn around and move through the next elevation iteration. So she's going to walk up that path. So once you're through this, you're going to feel really stable on your path. Feel like, this feels so good. I'm so aligned right now. I feel like it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you'll just move forward with what you have gained, what you have learned, what you have been able to like, it's wisdom, but it's something more than that. It feels like this peace within where you know who you are a little bit better to be able to move into the next step or the next ascension or the next elevation period. Wow, this group. Love this. Let's see what kind of symbols you're working with that they're going to give us. These are like lucky symbols. Omamori. Omamori. Use the gift of Omamori to offer your prayers and intentions to the universe. Ooh, let's read about it. Love this. Ooh, so this is a little bit of a practice for you. Okay, if I can get to it. Wrapped in the Omamori is the gift of treasuring and honoring our prayers and intentions. The combination of positive energy and auspicious blessings is one you can utilize fully now through drawing this card. Begin by finding a specific focus or intention and see the universe acknowledging it. Ask for this to be blessed and to be carried with you just as you might carry an Omamori. You may include positive intentions that have an overall effect like perfect health and wellness, or directed intentions like assistance with specific healing in your life. When you treat your intentions this way, you create a positive path toward their realization. Beautiful. It's part amulet, part talisman, and part charm, and it holds within it a special prayer or intention. This is the trifecta that the Japanese use. My goodness, I love this so much. Okay, it says like you're creating your own Omamori is simple and powerful at the same time. Oh my goodness. I'm going to read the practice to you as well. This will give you, it's sort of like a directive what to do here. And especially because you have the law of giving and receiving, right? It's like, well, how do I do that? If I don't feel like I have anything to give, what am I going to bake a cake or something? You know, like where am I going to be guided? First of all, your intuition and your intention will guide you, of course. This is a very intentional card, yes. Prayers, blessings, we're sending them out to the universe. So creating your own Omamori is simple and powerful. You can print off specific patterns found online or create your own small packet from a special paper or fabric that you fill with your prayers and intentions. It's also a beautiful offering to create one for others who are in need of healing or luck. That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's just Omamoris for everyone. Sending them the Omamori with your wish that they receive blessings helps you to amplify your own personal manifestation abilities. Use this as your personal intention practice and update your Omamori in accordance with the cycles of the moon or other planetary transitions. Love this for you. How perfect for this group. Okay, little intention packets. All right, let's see what else we have. Ooh, the cicada. Personal change is on the horizon. Listen to cicada for messages along the way. This is about that listening energy. Again, it's like solutions, answers. It won't just be physical that you're receiving. It's going to be messages, especially if you open up because you're so protected. And literally, if you connect, that's what's going to happen. Okay, cicada. The chirp of the cicada is a welcome notice of positive transformation. This may be the change you have been seeking or a renewal of energies that have become stagnant or worn out. So renewal, yes. Elevation, yes. Cicada reminds you of the importance of listening to yourself and how you speak about change. So all that communication energy, right? Re-examining elements from the past may be necessary for inviting yourself to experience a rebirth. Remember that this change may be quick and coincide with the uncovering of deeper truths and long forgotten dreams. That's the vibe of these two cards together. It's like they will ask of you to release, and then things come to you, or you're going to receive stuff that you may not be expecting. Use the symbol of longevity and renewal as a way to shed your old wings and become anew. The cycle of cicada points to a shift from one way of existing to another in rapid fashion. The symbol invites you to move swiftly, take a chance, invite change, and flourish. Oh my God, this group. We're coming out of this for sure. Changed and then kind of moving forward in your elevation. As you know, it's like we're changed, we're aligned, etc. Let's move on. So wow, love that. Personal change, personal elevation for sure. Okay, final messages as well as chakra energy connected to this. So this may give you an indication of where you want to focus your attention as it concerns your energy centers. First up, we have your heart chakra and malachite. Forgiveness. You will find freedom in forgiveness. Heart chakra energy there. If you've been holding on to something, the letting go isn't just about those kitchen appliances, is what I would say there, right? Harboring emotional resentments, guilt, shame, things like that. That heart chakra card is telling you, use the malachite to open up your heart and forgive. And the crown chakra, rainbow moonstone, calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. This speaks directly to the start of your path. They're just giving another reminder there. What they're saying here is what we were talking about with this Five of Swords as you begin this elevation or as you continue through. Whatever it is that is going on in your mind that's causing all this kind of havoc, just know that you can and you will choose the right idea, thought, path. The insight or the answer will come as long as you can stay calm. What they're telling you here is to calm that mind. Don't keep feeding it the same thought. We're having a change of mind right at the start of this elevation for you. And it turns out beautifully. It sort of opens up that channel. You're opening up your crown there in a very calm, grounded, stable way, knowing that the insight will come when it needs to, that the path will be cleared, that you are being protected, and that, it's time for you to simultaneously, right, with all this justice, balance energy, harmony energy that you're moving toward, to give and receive, to let go and welcome in at the same time, to be vulnerable and stable at the same time. So I hope that this serves you for your elevation path and as you move forward in your ascension. And I hope you have a beautiful time allowing yourself to come back into this divine balance. Welcome to your elevation reading. If you are listening to this, you've chosen card number 1 for your first pick, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Beautiful energy coming from this card, as well as card number 2 for your second pick. So we're going to be looking at elevation messages as you move forward through your elevation path. And they are going to have me read from some of the books here for this. They have asked me to do that. So that's exactly what we're going to start with for the Reassurance of the Golden Light. And it says, this golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hand of the divine and will be released and resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. So the divine is protecting and helping you to move whatever it is that needs to move in order to help you elevate. So it's a real trust card as you're constantly kind of stepping back into that reassurance, stepping back into that trust, stepping back into that hopeful energy, stepping back into that faith. And let's see which law you will be predominantly working with. Talk about receiving. The law of abundance. Open your mind to your prosperous nature. So this elevation is about you recognizing and realizing how abundant you truly already are. Even the most troubling of times or experiences, you're being helped right now. They're asking me, of course, also to read this. So I am going to look it up. And I don't look at the cards ahead of time, and these are, so this is Universal Law 21, the law of abundance, okay? These are all threes, 21, 3, 36 is divisible by 3, it's a 9, right? So threes may be important for this group. And it's page 41. All right, and it says, The spiritual truth is that the very essence of who you are is abundance. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to awaken to your infinite potential and innovation. Let go of any scarcity mentally. That's important. Mental scarcity. Release any perception you have about the circumstances of your life as a problem. You will unveil the power within by shifting your mind to viewing it as an opportunity. So that's big. Problems, find the opportunity in it. The universe is ready to pour wealth unto you now. Open your mind and practice receiving. Wow. Another card that's just about receiving. Group 1, very much about receiving. So this is the bigger picture for this elevation for this group is about receiving abundance and a reminder. So you're going to keep being reassured, right? That you have abundance within me. Yes, I do. That you have abundance within you as well, that we all do. And the law of abundance is working in your favor or on your behalf right now. And the key here is doing your best to notice what your mind is doing, what your mind is saying to you about abundance and how abundant you truly are, right? If you're always feeling like things are happening to you, a couple of good changes that Spirit like to make, easy ones, are change 2 to 4. This will make you feel like you have some choice in it and that the universe is protecting and reassuring you. So things that are happening to you start happening for you instead. And then also, again, what they said in the card, or what was written in the card, which is seeing everything as an opportunity. Spirit will never, as much as I try and try and try, to convince them that this really is a problem and it's a challenge and it's annoying or it's frustrating or it's hard. They kind of go like, yes, and it's an opportunity. So they view everything as an opportunity, and that's what they're asking for you to do. That's what this elevation, bigger message is about for you, and they're just going to keep reassuring you as you do that. We're pulling your elevation path now, and this High Priestess just needed to come out. So I'm going to get 2 more, but wow. We're starting off with massive intuition energy for this group. Okay. Let's see. So High Priestess, as I said, coming right out. The High Priestess is the intuitive of the major arcana. So we are starting this elevation path with the ability to understand and trust and listen. So you may have already been working on, maybe your intuition was highlighting, the fact that you need to see the opportunity in something, or find the silver lining, or make the best of it, see the best in this person, in this relationship, etc. Your intuition is going to be on point as you move through this. This is the start energy. So we're looking at the kind of move through the elevation path here with these 3 cards. And so for you to have this High Priestess kicking this part off for you, it's important to remember that you have the ability to connect with the divine, that there is a knowing that you hold within you. So you may be very intuitive already. You may be very spiritual. You may notice all of the signs the universe is always giving you, okay? And maybe you're not trusting it, and they're asking for you to do that. This may be a big shot up for you, shot up, big shot. But they're saying shot up. It's like a shot for you to be able to up level your frequency, essentially, to abundance, so that we're not wavering in it, but we're just standing in the knowing of it. Because I feel like you already know. You already know what they're talking about with these cards. You already know you are abundant. And now they're like, this elevation is about securing the knowing. So I would say trust your intuition above all else, because you're getting the High Priestess. Again, she is the intuitive of the major arcana. She works with the unseen, the divine sources and forces. And oftentimes she's a mute. She won't speak. She just knows. She doesn't really think. She just knows. So because you're getting this at the start, you just want to understand that your intuition is probably going to be on point. Even if it's something that you do not want to hear or look at, it's going to be important for you to listen to your intuition. Follow those intuitive nudges. Let's see where this is headed. Wow, what is happening? The Magician. This is the first, number 1. Well, it's not the first card, but it's the number 1 card. So you're getting card number 2. And then we're taking that knowing and we're using it here. This is a powerhouse group. Yep. So not only understanding that you're abundant, but then working it out, like knowing how to use it, learning how to use it, becoming an expert perhaps on it. The magician is the expert. The magician is the manifester of the major arcana. The magician uses all of the tools of the minor arcana, as you can see listed here, or pictured here, excuse me, the pentacles, the wands, the cups, and the swords, to wield her or his wand, in this case, her wand, to bring in exactly what it is that he or she desires. Also, this tells me that you are the expert. You're going to be stepping into this expertise position in your life, whether that be in your personal life, in your career, in your home life, relationship life, whatever. You're trusting yourself and you're going to know, I am abundant. I am protected. I'm going to shift everything into an opportunity and then step into my power. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, let's see where this goes. Oh my gosh, this group. Look at this. These are all major arcana cards. This is crazy. This is a big change for you. I feel like it's been leading up to this for a while. So you may have been feeling this for a while, but the Emperor, okay, card number 4. Not only is this stability and control over one's environment, self, life, mind, all of the above, you name it, but it's this sense of security that's going to last. Beautiful, healthy boundaries, creating this space and place for your own life that feels super good, like wonderful to you. Creating the life you want, essentially, and feeling really grounded in it. The Emperor is in control. And so the knowing leads you to the manifestation, and then this feeling of being in complete, I don't want to use the word control, but they're wanting me to use it because I don't know. Sometimes control that word can be spun weird, but this is like a divine knowing, coupled with divine action and divine alignment to bring you in the exact physical experience that you would like. So yeah. You're going to be manifesting in the life you want and setting it up for yourself. This is what this elevation period is about for you. If you think you can do it, then yep, you can do it. I mean, first you know, and then you think and you do, and then it's done. That's what this feels like. Wow. This group. This is a big change for you. Like I said, I feel like it may have been a while coming here, that you may have been thinking about it, maybe doing practices around it, and this particular elevation period is about you actually putting it into place, into reality, solid in your core system, belief system, etc. Wow. This is very powerful energy. Let's take a look at your strength here and your weakness. We'll do the strength here and okay, thank you, already done. And a weakness you might be facing, because we're human, right? So strength energy. Okay, the Hermit. Again, major arcana card. This is a big shift. If you chose this group, this is a big change in your life. This is like a new kind of way of existing, okay? The Hermit energy tells you that your strength during this time and through this elevation is to return within constantly, is what they just said, constantly. So you don't want to isolate yourself, right? But with a Hermit card in a strength position during an elevation period, I mean, you have to tune in. You've got the High Priestess here with the Hermit energy and the Magician. Your intuition's going to tell you what to do, period. If you're unsure, you want to go and take space for yourself. Go into a solitude vibe. Go do like a reconnection to yourself. Talk to your spirit team. Do a meditation that you know works. Do some journaling. Do some automatic writing. Get the information from your intuition. Wow. So basically what they're saying is the need to not, the Hermit does not, when the Hermit gets like in a spot where, overwhelmed, not sure about which path to take, confused, overridden, or even just to ponder, you feel like I'm tired, they retreat to the cave and in order to look within, to find that light within again. And so they distance themselves and detach themselves from the, you know, outside noise, the society, or I mean, it's the society, but it would be like you needing time for yourself, and taking it. So this is your strength here. If you're not trusting in your intuition, or you have all these chirping people, like, I'm interested to see what's here, because whenever we go through an elevation, you know, spirit will check you. And they'll see that as an opportunity for you to, you know, etc. But it might feel like a challenge to you. And so when they're telling you here your strength is to go within, they may send you people who you really maybe admire or trust. I would just look out for that with this group. Again, I'm interested to see what's under here, but they're wanting me to say this first. Look out for people that you admire or trust, or maybe that worked, their wisdom and knowledge worked in the past for you, and don't follow them blindly during this period of elevation. It's not in alignment for you to do that, not for this group. This group is highly sensitive, highly intuitive. I don't mean sensitive in a bad way. I mean like energetically sensitive, meaning you will understand. And if you don't take this time, because it's your strength energy, to go within yourself and detach, you need to hear your voice within. We all do, but for this group, you need to be able to connect to that. Even if in the past somebody has, it doesn't mean that like they're a bad person or whatever. It just means that they may be out of alignment. So if your intuition flags you with what somebody's telling you or the advice somebody's giving, go and meditate on it. Don't just say yes to things. Do not go against your intuition here, okay? At all is what I would say, ever. Let's see the weakness. Another major arcana card. This is, wow. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. I mean, we only have one more card to pick. So majority major arcana, the Hanged Woman. So this is taking your time to see the perspective that you need to see. Again, you see they're polar opposites. This happened in the first group as well. I don't know what this is a crazy, I guess, topic that we're looking at, Spirit. So willingly taking the time. That's what these are. The hanged man or hanged woman in this case, you know, she puts herself upside down so she can get perspective, so she can see the path forward more clearly, so she can understand from a different perspective what's happening. What they were talking about, right? Like, is like, it's a challenge. It's a wall. I'm restricted. I'm frustrated. Well, you need to look at it from a different perspective. Where's the opportunity here? How is this an opportunity for you to learn, grow, evolve, ascend, you know, elevate? Okay. And if you can see that this is a challenge for you, so it's the literal same guidance. I mean, it's not the same exact guidance, but it's close. The hanged man will stay on that, up in that upside down position, or on the tree of life upside down, until the insight is given, and then return to walking the path. So maybe you're going to be impatient here. You may go like, oh, I did a quick meditation. I think I know what I got what I need. I'm running out of the cave now. And if there is more time that needs to be spent, you need to spend the time. I mean, this just feels like a lot of internal time, and then knowing when it is you're meant to wield that wand. And that's what nicely just kind of sets up the future for you, sets up your life in a totally different way. You may be making huge changes with this energy, like the way that you live your life day to day, the way that you work, what you're doing. Like, this is like a big shift, and you might need some time to contemplate it. Yes, in your mind, but mostly with your intuition and your spirit team. So they're giving you this and telling you it might be a challenge for you to see a different perspective. So stay in the cave until you can get that perspective. Again, don't isolate yourself. Like, give yourself the breaks you need, but certainly do not be working against your intuition here. I mean, it's the opposite of this elevation for you. You probably have hit a marker in this group. You may have hit a marker where your intuition is strong, you work on it, you know you're intuitive, and now there's a big change that needs to happen where your intuition is going to guide you differently than your mind may have in the past. And, you know, opinions of others and help and advice, it's great, but it's never going to be as good as your own intuition. So remember that, because you need it, this group. You need it for this elevation. Okay, let us choose this final card. This is the outcome energy, where we kind of land after this. Clearly, we're in a different life. You know, not different life, but my God. The Emperor energy in total control here. Ooh, so you're walking away from something here. The Eight of Cups, willingly, they said, willingly walking away. Again, it just feels like you're not going to be putting up with the same things you used to. You're living in a different way. You see what happens with this Eight of Cups. We get to a place where it's enough already, and we're not willing to field that anymore, is how they're saying it. The Eight of Cups is an emotional card. The Suit of Cups is about emotions, right? Your heart center. And when you get the Eight, this is a card of manifestation, and it's right over this Magician. So you are the expert of your life. What happens when you get the Eight of Cups is your cups are spilled. They're over here. They're behind her. That's how it's being represented. But if it's not serving you anymore, if it's not the cup that you want, it's not the cup that you need, it's not the cup that it used to be, right? It's just not working for you. It's not serving your emotional body anymore. It's not making you feel good anymore. It's just not for you. It's not for you anymore. It doesn't align with this abundance, okay? You're going to be faced with walking away from it at the end of this elevation. And I feel like after much contemplation, you will understand that that is how you move into the next chapter, the next iteration of yourself and your becoming. So you will be required to walk away. They want me to say the Eight of Cups precedes the Nine of Cups, which is getting everything you want, right? The wish fulfillment card. So you walk away and then you walk right into a new beginning, a new life, the life that you hope for, your dreams being fulfilled, your wishes being fulfilled. But it's because you took the time to listen within, and then you have the courage here in the end to be able to walk away from that which is not serving you any longer. And you won't be short of guidance here for sure. Wow, this group. Wow. Big change. May be difficult, but remember, everything's an opportunity for this group. It's for everyone, but in particular for this group. If your mind is bugging you about something and you're really needing to make a choice and it feels difficult, the whole goal, of course, even though it's going to be challenging for you, is to take a beat, take a break. Don't let anybody infiltrate your intuition. Okay, you know what's best for you. Your intuition will guide you. Your spirit team is going to guide you and protect you, okay? They're going to help you through this. And you will be needing to say no to be able to say yes, thank you, right? That's what it feels like. You'll know directly what this is. If you don't already, as I'm saying it, by the end of this, you're going to feel it, because it will not be in alignment with the abundant energy, the law of abundance that you're working with. But then what happens is as you walk away, you walk right into it, which is beautiful. All right, let's take a look at what you've got for symbols helping you. Wow. Same for the second group, for the first group. Omamori. Use the gift of Omamori to offer your prayers and intentions to the universe. Okay, let's read for you. This is a practice that you can actually do for yourself. And I recommend that you do. Yeah, they're talking about it's the missing number on this line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. First of all, the Japanese omamori are the trifecta of auspiciousness, part amulet, part talisman, and part charm. And it holds within it a special prayer or intention. So this is a gift of treasuring and honoring our prayers and intentions. The combination of positive energy and auspicious blessings is one you can utilize fully now through drawing this card. Begin by finding a specific focus or intention and see the universe acknowledging it. Ask for this to be blessed and to be carried with you, just as you might carry an omamori. So this is something it's a talisman that you carry with you. Remember, it's an amulet, so you can wear it. I mean, make your omamori, make it out of whatever it is that you want. This group will intuitively know how to represent this intention, this blessing, this prayer, and how to carry it with you You'll know intuitively. You may include positive intentions that have an overall effect like perfect health and wellness, or directed intentions like assistance with specific healing in your life. When you treat your intentions this way, you create a positive path towards their realization. So it's going to be so important for you to actually set the intentions that you want during this elevation. And then I would say use some sort of a talisman or like an amulet, right? Like it can be a stone that you cleanse with your intentions and then you tuck them into your, purse pocket or a special place. But I would say definitely use this as a tool so that you're carrying it around, you're using it, you're wearing it. You have it with you at all times to remind you of the big change that's happening here or what you're deciding upon. Dhanvantari, receive the blessing of balance, sound health, and self-care. Wow. Well, if you are worried or going through any kind of a big transition with your health or feeling like things have been really out of balance for you, boom. Dhanvantari, thank you very much. Okay, let me read this to you as well. If you have been seeking healing or a healing message, Dhanvantari has risen through the ocean of time to deliver this to you. Through the choice of this card, rest assured that your prayers or intentions for healing have been heard. And you're carrying the amulet. Wow. You may want to explore the Ayurvedic approach to health, diet, seasonal wellness, and self-care. Dhanvantari also offers the conch, a sacred symbol from the ocean, and mother healing, which is emotional in nature. This doctor and teacher simplifies the approach to healing, which may be as basic as allowing the release of stress and the balance of diet. Gratefully accept the auspicious offering available to you now. Dhanvantari is regarded as the Indian god of medicine and one of the avatars of Lord Vishnu, the sustainer. There you go. So health has been heard. Receive this blessing. They just said, receive this blessing. Yes. Wow, this group. I mean, if this has anything to do with questioning your health, that's doubling down for you, for sure. And the improvements, whatever improvements and changes happening is going to have a positive effect on your health as well. That's what that means. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Okay, final messages for this group now. These are mini chakra cards, so thank you. So they are going to include a chakra that you may want to pay attention to, or at least give some love to, right? Have an awareness around. So this is the first card. And of course, the solar plexus chakra with that bright topaz color, topaz. Manifestation, what a surprise. With that magician, not surprising there. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. Open your mind to your prosperous nature, they just said. They want me to read that again for you. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. So regaining your confidence and stepping into a belief of not only are you in top level intuition and knowing, but you are the expert of your life and you can manifest whatever it is that you want, literally. This group, wow. Powerhouse. This? No. This? Oh, they're saying yes to the top card. Okay. Sacral chakra, red aventuring journey. To enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Ooh, okay. They want that message to come through because as we've seen in your spread here, we've got all this powerful powerhouse energy. So the major arcana just carry a heavier weight. That's how I know this is a large change for this group because we've got predominantly major arcana cards here and this one minor arcana, which represents the outcome. So what they're telling you here, because this is an emotional center, passion center, the sacral. You're looking at the lower chakras here, sacral and solar plexus, okay? So to enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Don't worry about what it is that you might need to release, especially if it's not dawning on you right now. If you have no clue, as you move through this elevation, you will know what it is that you're going to release from your life, to walk away from it. It may not be painful. It may feel like really good to walk away from it. Could be like having to do with your health, right? Could be like an old diet. As Dhanvantari is coming in, you may just be like, I am just not eating that anymore. You might switch completely. It's like when someone makes the decision to become like a vegan after they were eating meat their whole life. okay? That may happen to you. You may be in a massive set of transition where you're leaving something behind, and then that moves you right into fulfillment energy. Those are those major markers on somebody's path, right? Graduating from high school or college, or from some sort of a program, getting married, meeting the love of your life, moving in with somebody, getting a new job, getting a job that's just gonna make your career and set you up, having a child, okay, retirement, okay, these kinds of things. This is a big change. And so whatever it is that you have for your intention for yourself, it needs to be heard and understood. It will be blessed. You are stepping into an abundant alignment. So don't worry so much about where this is all headed. Just enjoy the journey of it, listening to yourself and understanding how much of a powerhouse of a being you truly are. I hope that this serves you as you move through this elevation period. And I hope the changes really bring you in exactly what it is that you desire. Welcome to your elevation reading. If you are listening to this, then for your pick 1, you chose card 1, 36, the reassurance of the golden light, beautiful energy. And for your second pick, you chose a card number 3. So I am going to be reading from books today, some of the guidebooks. They've asked me to do that for these cards so you can get a real good understanding of the energy of what you are going to be facing during this elevation and how you're being guided, the messages you're being given, etc. So we'll start here with your reassurance of the golden light. It says, let's see here. This golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort, and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hands of the divine and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. So this is a card of trusting and embracing the fact that you have comfort from the divine, protection from the divine, that you have every reason to be hopeful and to understand that things are being resolved probably more quickly than you may imagine them to be. It's really a card of trust, really, through the elevation there. Now let's take a look at the law that you'll be using predominantly, amongst others, I'm sure. Ooh, the law of eternality. Live like you are dying. Wow, that is something that a lot of us try to avoid thinking about here. So this group might be ready for this message or may need to hear this message, I would say. The more you're in touch with the divine and understanding the fact that you are divine, you're never not divine, the more you think about this kind of a thing and then allow yourself to choose from a place where this isn't a sad thing, where this isn't, although it may be, but where you're in a present time, live where you're living as opposed to, let me just hear what they're saying. Then we will read, yes. Eternality. They're saying, okay, thank you. Living as opposed to waiting is what they're saying. Interesting. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got that clear for this group. Living as opposed to waiting. So what have you been waiting on? I wonder. Let's read the description that they're having me read for this. So I don't look at them before, so I just got to find it in the little front section as they're not numbered, but we'll see which number it is once I get there. For some reason I thought, okay, here we go. 31. That's a 4, 31-4, which is stability energy. 61. All right, let's see. It says, you may be experiencing anxiety or regret. Upon drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to awaken to the eternal moment and stop living in the past or future. There is no space or time in the spiritual realm. There is only eternal healing in the present moment. As you let go of the limiting story of your past, you will begin to receive things of the heavenly realm. And that is 100% true with this combination. So yeah, it's like, it's like, what are you waiting for? That's what I want to know. It feels like we're leaving the past behind. We're healing something that maybe you've been carrying for a while, and you have every reason to hope. Maybe you're afraid of what the future holds, and that's why you're choosing this here with this combination. They're saying that this group is very, like you're a very giving person, and like empathetic. So you may have a lot of empaths in this group where, you know, if somebody hurts you or if something hurts you, you kind of carry it for a while. It's like you can't let it go. Oh, they're talking about like staying too long in victimhood. They want that one. We're just putting the cards for the end of your reading, getting the cards for the end of your reading while I'm listening there. Interesting. Staying too long in the past and sort of holding on to it, and in victimhood is what they're saying. They want you to move on, and that's what this elevation seems to be about for you. All right. Let's see first the elevation path to get an idea of what it is you'll be facing and how they're guiding you to move through it. Wow. It's like they're wanting you to push open these doors here. Woo, thank you. I'm going to get 3 cards for the path energy. You feel very kind to me, this group. Thank you. I see it. I almost missed it. Yes, I did. They go, you almost missed it. You feel very kind to me, and I think that you've probably been hurt, and that's what we're carrying around, perhaps. But let us see what the path ahead holds as you begin to step into your elevation. The 7 of Wands, yeah. So this card is actually a beautiful card, but it's telling me that you're like, you know, you're ready to defend yourself. You may have put up some walls here. You can see this wall of wands behind her, and it's like, don't even try to come close here. Like, I'm not going to be hurt again. I'm not going to be taken advantage of again. I'm not naive anymore. But the elevation for you, for this group, is about understanding that now, like, that served you, but now it's not serving you anymore. When you get a 7 of Wands and a high expression, it's a beautiful card of experience and knowing how to persevere forward, use your experience to be able to create the life that you want, as opposed to like imprisoning yourself, thank you, like walling yourself up or creating walls here. Normally, the 7 of Wands has wands coming at you in the depiction, so very interesting that they've given us this here with this deck and this particular illustration. You can see that I've got a wall behind me there, and then I also have this wand, and I'm ready to use it if I need to. They're saying right now there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. So it's not the same as it used to be. It's actually able to be left in the past, and this current elevation period is going to help you do that. You've gained the experience. That's what they're telling me, right? Like, that's what this card is meaning to help you understand. You have all the experience you need. That is not going to happen again. It's not going to happen unless you willingly choose it. And at this point, I don't know if you're going to willingly choose it because your eyes are just so wide open. So they're telling you here, we want to break down the walls. You know, we want you to be able to move forward feeling safe, secure, and like your kindness isn't going to be taken for weakness. So someone must have really either hurt you, or you've been going through or dealing with some painful things from your past recently. Maybe you've been working through it. Maybe you're dealing with some, you know, like PTSD energy, or trying to figure out how to move through the world again. Okay, that was verbatim. Move through the world again. Like I said, this card tells me that you're starting the elevation period, or wherever you're listening to this right now, wherever you're in it, you have already experienced it, so you've got what you need. Let's see where this is leading. Oh my goodness, boom. Thank you. So here's the thing with this. If we get to a low expression of this leader, this is the master of this suit, right? A King of Wands. If you get to the low expression of this, you're going to ramp yourself up into being really defensive, going out into the world really angry. And we don't want to do that. Spirit's trying to help you elevate so that you feel like you're in the moment and you can leave that past stuff behind. That it's not affecting your day to day. And instead what it's doing is, we're talking about the elevation path. We're getting the master of the suit in the middle. Okay, so it's like a jump. Once you realize for yourself, you have had that experience, it is not going to happen again in the same way, maybe in a different iteration, but it's nothing for you to be afraid of. You actually don't have to protect yourself in the way that your mind is telling you you have to. You already have the information, you have the wisdom, you have the experience that you need to be able to handle it totally differently, to be able to ascertain or see what's going on before you either get hurt like that again or get taken advantage of. You just have to make sure that you're aware, which I feel like you're overly aware, or this group must be a fiery group. We're getting wands here. So, if you feel like you've had to kind of tame some of your fire, they're saying, no, we need you to step back into it in its full, beautiful, divine source and force. The King of Wands in a high expression is this magnificent, vibrant, confident leader. He is inspiring. He is creative. He's the dude that you want to just like work with because he will make you feel like, you can accomplish anything. Let's go. Let's create. Let's do. Let's live. Right? Wands are about your energy, your life force. And so they're sending you, it's almost like what I was saying to you is the minute that you have the understanding, no matter how much work you've done on this, the minute that you understand it's not happening again, you can take that wall down. You've already been through it. If they're going to challenge you, it will be coming in a different way, but you're so much more attuned and aware that you don't have to, they're singing that, oh God, the first cut is the deepest. Thank you. That song. Okay. So it's happened. The first cut is the deepest. It's like, it's not ever going to be like that. It's actually an impossibility for something to happen the exact same way again. Okay. It's just not the way it works. Once you realize that and you go, no, all of us, I have the experience I need. I have the wisdom I need. I'm going to live my life now. I'm not going to let this stop me anymore. Boom. You open up and you kind of elevate. Like you get at this massive elevation point right away and you feel your confidence comes back to you, right? You start being passionate about things that you thought you'd never be passionate about again. Maybe you meet somebody, okay, that just inspires that for you because we are getting that king. Let's see where this leads. Oh my goodness. Look at all this fire. Okay, this group is coming back to life. It's making me a little emotional. They're making me emotional. Maybe you thought that you would never feel like that again, okay, because of whatever you've experienced or the pain that you've gone through, the hurt that you've experienced, okay? We're getting a Page of Wands, which tells me, yes, the elevation leads to a new chapter. You have to regain, your passion again. You got to regain your energy. You've got to rejuvenate yourself. You got to step into that level and say, no, I am a confident, beautiful person and I will shine my light no matter what. I'm going to follow my own self, my own energy, my own inspiration. I'm going to create what I want to create out of this life. I'm not going to let anything hold me back, especially not the past and what's happened in the past, especially if maybe it was a romantic relationship or something somebody said at work or a friendship that fell apart or, a failure or a mistake. And maybe it was a big one. It doesn't have to be this small little thing. Could have been a huge thing. Valid. They're saying valid points. Now we need you to up level. We need you to take that information that you gained from that and move yourself up into a totally different kind of, how do you explain that? It's a renewal energy, but it's like when somebody comes back to themselves and they're stronger and more vibrant and people might start, if you say yes to this, people are going to start looking at you and go, what the heck happened to you? And it's just you coming back. And the Page of Wands here, look at her. Now look what she's doing. She's taking that wand and she's going to follow it. Where shall you lead me? Where shall you lead me? She's trusting in that wand. Okay. and where it's going to go. It's like these hands move to these hands, okay? A Page of Wands is the new chapter, yes. Also, pages bring news or information. But when you get a Page of Wands, it's this vibrancy, innocence, kind of excitement, energy that comes. What is going to inspire me? Where is this going to lead? How can I use what I want to create? How can I use this passion? How can I use this fire for good, not to build more walls? It's almost like she took this thing out. Boom. She took one. It's like one of these, the last one, they said. This is the last one. She takes it out and she's going to let it guide her wherever it wants to go, however she's supposed to express herself, because she's come back to herself here with this King of Wands energy. It's time to come back to yourself. The fire is like brighter now as you come back. That's the feeling. Let's take a look at your strengths and weaknesses. Because this is all a big, huge energy shift is happening in this elevation. And if you can trust your inspiration, I mean, sky's the limit. Like, I also don't think that you have any way of knowing. That's what they're saying, like, where this is going to lead you. Because it's like way better than what you think it's going to be. Like the outcome of this just feels way better. Like where the wands, where the inspiration, where the passion leads you. Okay, strength, please. Two of Pentacles. Ah, interesting. Okay, they're going to bring this in here. So you can see this energy is she's got the Pentacles and she's kind of lovingly guiding them or trying to keep them in balance here. She's sitting on a mossy knoll. Okay, a mossy knoll or a mossy rock, maybe. The Two of Pentacles is about balance, right? This is an earth energy. So we've got all this fire and now they're bringing in the earth energy in your strength position. So this tells me that part of the way that you're going to move through this kind of rebirth, this phoenix energy that really is what it is, this elevation, is by making grounded, balanced decisions. So just because you have all this fire going on doesn't mean that you're going to find your strength in making impulsive decisions. Impulsivity is definitely a lower expression of the suit of wands, of fire, right? We want to be trusting our inspiration and creativity being led forward appropriately. So what they're saying is you're going to find all your strength and power in making really beautiful, balanced decisions, not getting carried away by this fire that's kind of starting to regenerate within you. Okay, let's see where the weakness lies so we can get an understanding. The Six of Pentacles. Ah, okay. Interesting. This is a reciprocity energy always. They're saying, you see how they're lined up there, Jody? You see how they're lined up? That's what they're saying. You see how they're lined up? It's almost like what they're wanting me to understand is she's only holding one here, right? And so she's going to take that pentacle and then, use it, decide upon it, make that step, take that next move, understand what it is she's supposed to do with it. Both of these are earth. So we're getting fire and earth. Okay, so we have to stay grounded. When you get a Six of Pentacles in a low expression, this is going to be you feeling like nothing good ever comes to you, that nobody's going to help, or the universe does not have your back, and what's the point of letting it go when I'm not going to receive anything better, and this is all I have. Like they're saying, like they're in a line. They're lined up and ready for her to receive, but she receives only what she needs at the time. And then you make a very balanced decision, hopefully, and then you're able to then receive the next. And that's how we move forward. We step back into our confidence slowly. That's what it feels like through this elevation. So this may not be the quickest moving elevation energy for you, but they're saying you need to take the time to be able to move through it. Now, with the Six of Pentacles, you may just want it all right now, because the Six of Pentacles is very balancing energy. It's a harmonious energy, and because it's in your challenge position, you may find it challenging to stay in balance. The Six of Pentacles is a balanced energy. It's a giving and receiving. It's a reciprocity card, which means as you stay in the moment, you live in the moment, and you make the best decisions you can, you stoke that fire within you, you gain back that sense of confidence. You're listening for the next step. You're slowly taking down these walls. You're allowing yourself to, it feels like regeneration, like that Phoenix energy. You're taking one step at a time and doing that. You're not trying to rush. You're not looking up and trying to grab all these pentacles out of the sky. That is not in alignment. okay? What is in alignment is you just taking one step at a time, one pentacle at a time is what they're saying here. And you will feel like you're receiving over and over and over and over again if you can do that. So don't be in a rush, is what I would say. Seek balance and inspiration. Seek your fire to slowly stoke that again. It's almost like if we go too fast, we're going to get burned. That's the feeling of it. And so instead, we take things slow. And so we build this light within that just starts streaming out of you in a different way. Outcome energy. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Wow, this group. I'm really happy for you. I'm happy for you in this group. Wow. Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. So you see what happens as you take these steps to regain your confidence, to regain your light, to regain your passion. And I feel like what I want to say is open up your heart again. This is the outcome here. We're getting only two suits, fire and earth. Those are the suits you'll be working with through this elevation. Those are the elements, you'll be working with, right? Because it's very clear. 2 and 2, split in half. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful, fertile, patient, abundant queen. She knows everything is growing at the exact right time. She enjoys her life. She enjoys her life. Live like you're dying, not a better queen to have there. So the outcome is you understand that it's okay, that this isn't going to happen again, and I can take one step at a time, and I can enjoy my life, and I can enjoy my becoming, is what they said. I can enjoy my becoming. She loves the finer things. She likes to eat nice food. She's not afraid to, invest in herself, especially if it's balanced, right? If it makes sense, then she, does that. She always knows that everything is kind of giving to her as she gives back to it, right? And that she's in constant abundance. That's why she holds that little bunny there in her hands. It's a sign of fertility or abundance, okay? She is a very grounded queen. She's very patient. The key with the Queen of Pentacles is, again, not to be in a rush, not to be in a rush. You've got the fastest moving energy with the fire and the slowest moving energy with the Pentacles. So this is this balance that's happening in the kind of bigger picture we understand. It's not about being impulsive. It's about making this part of your regular life. This is how you're going to live your life from here on out, not just something that you have to get out of your system really quickly. You're returning to a different state. It's like, again, the phoenix rising, and then that's how he flies on or something like that. Like that's how he continues on. It's not just that one thing and then that's it. It's how you're going to live, grounded, abundant, flourishing, trusting, safe, secure, protected. In love, they just said, in love. So if for you this was a heartache, love is definitely available. We do not have cups, but that's what they're saying. Wow. I'm really happy for you. I feel very happy for this group. Like, it's now available for you. I feel like you've been through some stuff and it's been hard, and now you're gonna see how it's paying off. Like, sometimes the hard stuff gives us wisdom that we can't gain any other way, and going through it really sucks, but when we come out on the other side of it, it's like you're so grateful, and it lets you lead your life in a totally different way, from passion and security. Love that. All right, let's check out what you've got under here. Lady Luck, the ladybug here. Beloved ladybug lands nearby to remind you about happiness and positive change. This is like, you can actually see ladybugs, so you may want to watch out for those. They do want me to read this. You may want to watch out for those, fluttering into your life. It's most certainly a sign that you are on the right path, or that something beautiful is about to happen, or that the positive changes are most certainly occurring. All right, and it says, ladybug. Allow the ladybug to land softly with her greetings and gift of happy blessings. Although she is tiny, her message is universal. It's all about sharing joy. This symbolic creature is a sign of luck and good vibes for you in this moment. Reflect on what is happening right now in your life. Have you had small signs of positive energy, synchronicities, and chance? Can you recall how feeling pleasantly surprised or delighted changed your outlook? The color of ladybug, red and black dots, invites the energy of passion and play. Oh, that's nice. Playfulness. Use this message to focus on small gifts already present all around you. So that's that. Live in this moment. What are the small gifts? Ladybug's here to remind you of that and bring that beautiful serendipitous luck into your life. And the wishbone. Wow. 30, wishbone. Make a wish. You now have a hand in the outcome. Wow. Do you hear that? Wow, that's crazy. Yes, thank you. You now have a hand. Now you do. Before, you had to go through some stuff. Make that wish. You now have a hand in the outcome. And we know what the outcome is. Beautiful, abundant stability. Enjoying your life, enjoying your physical experience here. That's what the Queen of Pentacles. The King and Queen of Pentacles, they enjoy food, they enjoy clothes, they enjoy their physical experience. Woo, excuse me, I just hit that table with my knee. Okay, let's read the wishbone for you. Wishbone, please. And it says, another luck, and more luck for this group. Luck is now on your side. Take some time to formulate your wish and create your own magic. The wishbone is a message of invitation to think, see, and feel luck and optimism all around you. Even though the message seems simple and straightforward, it is an important one. We are the creators of our own luck and good fortune. You may need to pick up that dream or secret wish that you forgot about and use this energy to reignite it. Literally. Okay. If you are already on a lucky roll, this message confirms that you are in the flow. Positive thoughts create positive energies, so give yourself an extra boost by keeping your thoughts and energies vibrating high. Enjoy the lucky break that is coming. Yes. Everything is an opportunity for you to be able to live in this moment and enjoy your life. That's where this is most certainly, without a doubt, heading for this group. And I'm so happy for you. Let's do final messages. Wow. Yeah. It feels like this is a long time coming, that you deserve this for sure. This? Okay. First up, we've got third eye chakra and the tourmaline. Trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So that's your inner eye. Yes, your third eye is your brow chakra right in between your eyebrows. This gives you a new vision, gives you the vision, gives you what you need to know. See the life you want. See the life you're meant to live. It's like I feel like you already know that, and now it's just the time to be able to step into that for you. Okay, thank you. And we also have sacral chakra and tiger eye. Passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. Yes, stepping back into your passion energy for sure. I was going to just put it right there. Stepping back into your passion energy. So, you can pay attention to these chakras. They may mean something, or you may want to work with them throughout your elevation period, your sacral and your third eye chakra or your brow chakra there. It's important to reignite that passion and then trust in yourself and trust in your vision for the future. You got luck on your side for sure. It's time for you to, step into that. Look out for the ladybugs and make those wishes, because it's time for you to just allow yourself to reignite. Turn that fear of change into this excitement, this passion, this understanding that you can step back into your confidence with experience and be led into a beautiful, abundant, grounded, safe life that sees you just enjoying the physical plane and your experience. So I hope that this serves you as you move through your elevation. Just know Spirit is on your team for sure, helping you out and reminding you to make good decisions and ignite that light within you. The life that you want is just waiting for you. So I hope it serves you. I hope you have a beautiful elevation period and you step into that abundance and that life that you truly do deserve. Welcome to your elevation reading. If you are listening to this, then you've chosen for pick number 1, card 2, Family of Light. And for pick number 2, you've chosen card 1. So they are going to have me read a bit from the books for this reading. So we'll start here with your Family of Light choice, and we'll get the energy from that so you can better understand what this overarching energy for your elevation is all about. It says, the limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside, do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as an extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. So this is a very inclusive card, both, of course, on the physical plane and divinity included. So you will love all light beings, period. To know that you have that kind of energy through your elevation, it really will allow you to not feel separate, not feel so separate. Spirit always says we're separate and together at the same time, meaning you're walking in an individual body, right? And you are an individual person, but also you're a divine being and you are part of the bigger whole. So you are one and all are one at the same time. Really cool energy to walk with through an elevation or ascension period for you, just knowing that you are massively part of the collective and you can lean on that as you move through this elevation period. So let's see which law of the universe is going to be predominantly coming up for you, or that you'll be working with at the forefront of your elevation. Ooh, the law of time. You have the ability to bend time with the power of perception. Whoa. So for this group, you may be jumping time is what they're saying, jumping time. This is like quantum leaping, and yeah, I'm asking them to tell me remind me what that is called. When you like leap between parallel realities, etc., you may be kind of moving around and able to understand things in a different way. Wow, the power of perception. So on the 3D plane here, the law of time is going to help you perceive things differently, perceive the way that things lay out or are rolling out, or let's see, unfolding. Unfolding is the word they want me to use. Unfolding differently through this elevation. Interesting. All right, let us see what this book has to say about your law, the law of time. And these are not in like, they're in the universal law numerical order. And as you can see, she hasn't placed that on here. So let me find that for you and see what number this is. 15, universal law of time, law number 15. And it says, upon pulling this card, you are deemed the anointed one. It is up to you to make the declaration of who you desire to be and what you desire to experience in this lifetime. Remember, this is not a dress rehearsal. Make the most of every moment. This is the universe asking for your order. Rise to the occasion and become the person you have always desired to be. So it's like divine timing. They're telling you, now is the time. Decide. The universe is there as your personal butler or your personal wait staff saying, hi, we'd like to take your order. What would you like to be? What would you like to become? So if you have been feeling at all like, I am just too old for this. I wish I were younger. I'm too young for this. I wish I were older, right? That time exists and it's especially hindering you. If you've been feeling that energy for this group, that's not going to matter much, I suspect. This elevation is going to teach you that the law of time exists only as you perceive it to exist, and therefore you take all your power back by realizing that Time is something that you can use and it's precious. And so they're telling you, claim it now for yourself. Just getting a couple of symbols that you can use for the end of your reading. Let's dig in though to see how this energy is going to work together. It feels very powerful. Like you can, like I said, jump, leap in different ways, make big leaps. So this elevation period may be like a big one for you where you're making huge, giant kind of leaps or taking leaps of faith is what they're just saying right now. Leaps of faith for this group. First, we're going to take a look at the path forward, so your elevation path, and see what they give us here for information for you. Okay, let's take a look. That 10 of Wands just really wanted to be seen, flipped over there. All right, first we've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, so this is a beautiful card of support from Spirit, from the divine family is what I would say. So family all around. The 6 of Swords is a card of mental transition. You can see there she's being guided nicely, sort of transitioned out of any kind of stress or conflicting energy that's been bogging her down or keeping her held back, okay? So a transition in your mind happens almost immediately. It may be happening right now as I'm talking about how, you know, the law of time is going to be working on your behalf and you'll be working with it very closely through this elevation period. A shift in your mind. This is the idea of being peacefully supported from a time that was difficult, trying, conflicting, frustrating, that would have been bringing you down, making you feel really stuck perhaps, into a better frame of mind is what it really is about. Swords are about communication, about truth, about perception, yes? So literally the way that you are thinking about things, the way that you're speaking about things is going to start changing if it hasn't already. If you notice this happening, this is part of this elevation process for you. And you're meant to be reminded of the fact that you have control over those things. You get to choose how you talk about things, how you think about them, how you feel about them. And what it is that you're going to say is what they're saying. Like, it's going to be important, the verbiage, the words that you use. Remember, Spirit is coming up and like literally saying, what would you like to order? And so what you tell them, what you tell yourself about things is placing your order. You can say to Spirit exactly what it is that you want to order. And then in the next second, be saying something totally different to yourself. And that's going to be needing to be looked at. They want to transition you out of any kind of, like I said, mental conflict or confusing thought processes. It feels like, yeah, they're like not lining up. Yeah, there's like one statement over here and then we say a different statement 2 seconds later and it doesn't even match up together. Like, I know I can do this. I'm a confident, amazing, abundant person. I feel like I'm a loser. You know what I mean? Like they're exact polar opposites. They don't make any sense together. So they're asking you to choose, what is your order? What do you want to become? What is it that you're stepping into? Time is not a factor for you. You're working with the law of time, which means you can bend it however it is that you want. It really becomes like, if you thought it was an obstacle, it's not an obstacle anymore. And this card here tells me that your mind is going to think totally differently about what kind of time you have, how much time you have, the time it's taken you to do something, how long it's supposed to do. You're going to be very present in your moments. That's beautiful. So it's a shift in your mental condition. And then as we saw, this 10 of Wands just popped right out here. You can see he's carrying all the wands on his back and he is almost ready to set those down. He is almost there. That's what this card is about. It's about burden. It's about really having worked so hard, having gone through so much to get to this closure energy, to actually close it out. 10s are about closure, right? So when you get any kind of 10, you know something is coming to a closure. It's coming to fruition is what they really want me to say. The hard work that you have been doing, the things that maybe you have been laboring on, they're saying laboring on. So this could be anywhere. This could be a big project you're working on, something that you've done for a long period of time, a goal that you've been trying to reach. If it's continuing to cause a burden, the mental shift may allow you to set that down. So that may be one of the ways that this is kind of working together here. If it is something that you have been keeping and holding on to and carrying when it is not your burden to carry, and it's been blocking you from becoming whoever it is that you want to be, then you're going to be looking at releasing that burden in this elevation in order to allow yourself to close out that chapter where you would be carrying other people's burdens or allowing other people to hinder you becoming who it is you're meant to be. You know, maybe somebody put a narrative in your head about how time does exist and how you're too old for that and you can never do this and, you know, what have you. And that may just start to dissipate and disappear during this elevation process for you, where you just set it aside and you say, actually, no, I'm not going to believe that anymore. I don't think it's true. I've been carrying that burden with me and it's not true for me. So I'm going to go ahead and be whatever it is I'm going to be. Doesn't matter what you say. What matters is what I think and what I say to myself. When you place the order, the universe is going to conspire, literally. Family of light. So everybody's working. It's like your family just opened way up. You thought you had this many people in your family. Now you have everybody conspiring on your behalf. And so there is a willingness here that happens with the Ten of Swords. They want me to say that, you know, you do have to be willing to let the burden down. You have to be willing to drop these swords and say, that's enough. I've carried it long enough. I've made it to the place where I can set these down, and I'm not going to keep carrying them just because of some you know, illusion or some sort of like conditioned obligation. Yes. If it's not for you to carry anymore, then you're meant to set it down through this elevation period. Ah, the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So a Five of Pentacles, you can see her here. She's really hoping and wishing for those pentacles there. Actually, this is a beautiful depiction of this card. When you have a Five of Pentacles, you're getting a change here in the physical space, because pentacles are all about earth energy, your body, your home, your career, your finances, the things that you can touch and feel and exist in on this physical plane. So you're changing the way that you exist on this physical plane. Maybe you're changing the way that you dress. Maybe you're changing the way that you decorate your home. Maybe you're changing the job that you have or the way that you budget and use your finances. Change happens on the back end of this elevation. It looks like this is where they're trying to get you. Now, the important part to remember with a Five of Pentacles is that you can very easily get into a lack type of energy here if you're not careful. If you keep carrying the burden, you may vibe this card out very different, and this will just elongate the elevation. If you can remember that you are working with the law of time, and so you can shorten or, you know, make things longer for yourself, make things more drawn out, okay? It's up to you. You're working with that law of time. You have the ability to bend time with the power of how you perceive yourself, the situation, the experience, those around you. When you get into a low expression of this Five of Pentacles, which literally they're showing you how it's going to set up, if you end up being in this lack energy, it's because you're not releasing this burden and you're not allowing your mind to transition into understanding or perceiving something differently and for your highest good. So that's the key to this elevation. You've got to be able to perceive it differently, claim back your power and your peace, especially your peace of mind, and allow yourself to look at the reality so you can let down the burdens that are not yours. Don't continue forward with obligation, especially if it's heavy and it's dragging you down and you're really tired and it's exhausting you, okay? The Ten of Wands is like, I'm exhausted. I'm done now. I'm tired. I've gotten to the place where I can be done with this. I want to close it out and release, right? And be relieved. And that puts you into the high expression of this Five of Pentacles, which is, I have all the power to change my situation. If you get into a low expression of this, you're going to feel like I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this. I can't change what it is. It just is, right? Like, I'm too old. All of those narratives we talked about, like, I need help. Is anyone ever going to help me? That kind of energy. So, but that will be because you're not releasing this burden. And so you back on up. If you're getting into this energy, check these energies because they're leading you to that. Let's see what it is that's going to be strength energy for you. So where you'll find your strength through this elevation and what might be your weakness. This will give us some more indication of how you can use the energy, especially that law of time. Yeah, I see it. Thank you. Okay. So first we'll look at your strength. Ooh, well done, this group. Well done. The Chariot. Okay. The Chariot is movement forward towards success, right? It is the workings of the family of light, the divine, you, your divine self, and your physical self together, co-creating the future. You put in the order, Spirit provides the order. They provide the path. They show you the way. They help you to transition, right? And so when you get a Chariot card and success energy, this tells me you're going to be able to make some moves. Well done, this group already. I'll just congratulate you. And when it comes to, shifting your mind, you'll be able to do that. Then you'll be able to release the burden. So just know that you've got movement on your side, both divine and physical movement on your side. The universe is, again, conspiring with you. You've got that family of light connected to everything good. 9 of Wands is the challenge. Okay, interesting. This is a resiliency card. You can see she has all of her wands around her and she's just holding that wand and her face is kind of like, I'm sitting here, I'm stern, I know I can do it, I know I can do it. I will, it's being the ability to persevere. So she's kind of waiting. Yes, she's waiting. She's gotten this far. Don't give up hope now. And so you may just be, again, really feeling a challenge with, oh, but I'm obligated to do this. Oh, but there's no other way to think about this. Oh my God, but I'm not going to have the money I need. I'm not going to have the help I need. And so they're telling you ahead of time, we're getting real opposites with the entirety of these polls today in these positions. This is movement. This is waiting. So it's polar opposites in the strength and weaknesses. I mean, this has happened for every group. So of course it's showing up here for you. What this means is there's going to be a time to wait and listen, then you'll be hit with the co-creation energy of divine movement, and that's when it's time to move forward, and you won't have any problems moving forward. However, you may find a challenge to stay and wait when you're needing to wait and listen, right? And so that's this polarity energy, this balanced energy is coming through with these 2 cards for each of these pulls. So for you, it's going to be, of course, not surprising, about timing. The law of timing, being able to stay present and connected to this family of light that's helping you in order to know when it is that you're meant to kind of hang back and persevere and stick it out and stay the course, and when it's time to make the move and drop the burden or transition the mind or, make a change in your physical experience. Do a budget, change that job, put in your resignation, apply for that job, paint that room. I mean, the list goes on and on. Because it's an elevation energy, you may be elevating, like this may be a domino effect is what they just said. So you may be elevating multiple areas of your physical experience just because your frequency is changing. You're shifting your perception. You're using the law of time. And if you are able to work with these 2, weakness and strength. I keep saying challenge, success, but strength and weakness energy together, you'll find that they'll balance themselves out. You'll know exactly when to wait and you'll know and to persevere and know it's not going to be long. Everything's done in divine timing. And then when it's the divine time for you to move, you will move, right? You'll have a strength in doing that. The key is to understand the weakness point is in the perseverance, right? So you're on the journey and it's not always time to just go. Sometimes you've just got to keep at whatever it is that you're at until you get to the point where it's now it's time to release that burden, or now it's time to transition that thought. Now it's time to perceive this differently. Now it's time to apply for that thing, right? Now it's time to change that thing. And so you're going to be working with divine light. What you need to do first and foremost, of course, is just put that order into spirit, because that's the intentional energy that everybody's going to be working off of, including you. That happens all the time. We're always putting in our orders to spirit, right? But for you in this group, this is going to be very important. It's what everybody's waiting for. And so the more specific you can make it, great, but don't keep ordering is what I would say. Think about it for a while, ponder it, ask your intuition. What do I really want to order for myself? What is it that I truly do desire? Because it's helpful for spirit if you don't keep changing the order. If you can imagine, like a waiter coming up to you or a waitress coming up to you and asking your order, and then you say like, this is what I want. And then they go and they put the order in, and then you flag them down again. Now that order's being made, right? It's in the process of being made, and you say, hey, by the way, I just want to change this, that, and the other thing. They go, okay, no problem. And so then they go back and they go, hey, and the cook or whoever's back there putting things together, the chef goes, all right, I'll make it over. I've already started, but I'll make it over. Absolutely fine. And then you flag them down again. And then you flag them down again. They're just going to say, ma'am, sir, this is going to take an hour. And the chef's going to be freaking, we don't want that to happen. We want everything to be very clear. And then everybody's working from the same order continuously. And this will give you clear messages to be able to work with this kind of energy. Let's see what the outcome is. Very beautiful, grounded 4 of Pentacles. This is a positive marker of stability for you. So in the end, you're going to be coming out with a much more stable sense of self, is what they're just saying. You may very well have a new career, a new budget, all the things I was saying, a new paint job on your office. You may have a new, they're saying a new car. Interesting. Okay, a new car. Maybe you're getting a new haircut. They're saying that, somebody getting a new haircut. The 4 of Pentacles is stability, security, and yes, protection, but it just feels like I'm good, I'm safe, right? And so when you get a low expression of this energy, which I need to talk about, you be greedy, or you'd be in an energy of lack, again, with that lack. So we really need to pay attention in this group during the elevation process of any kind of lack around material goods, physical things, money, your home, whether or not you're going to get that job, that kind of thing. How much you're going to make, these kinds of things, how you're going to spend things, overspending. So because when you get to this in high expression, you feel like relieved and stable. It's like a beautiful foundation is built for you to then move upon after that. So the elevation brings stabilization, they want me to say. Elevation brings stabilization to you, and you are the one who is bending the time to work for you. That's what's happening. So you've got this really cool energy in this group where you're going to take and use the collective energy in conjunction with your own physical individual self to shift the way that you move about the world. Literally, the world around you is going to change. If you allow, you're going to make the moves, and Spirit's just going to guide you to do that. So order up is what I would say. And that will lead you to this wonderful, foundational, peaceful, stable kind of energy. Wow. But remember, they're wanting me to say this. First, we shift the mind, then we release the burden, close that out, and step into the changes. Feels like confidently, but you'll know when the movement's meant to happen. It's so beautiful. Let's see what kind of symbols we have for you to work with. The Medicine Buddha. Okay. Align with the Medicine Buddha for clearing karma and disease. Okay, so we are clearing stuff. They're saying this is directly connected to the change in the mind, moving to that 10 of Wands. So I will read about the Medicine Buddha for you. I suspect some of the karma may be around conditioning, okay? Like what you grew up with, or what was kind of like it told to you all the time, what you heard all the time about time, what you heard about time. Okay, and this says, this Medicine Buddha, the vows of the Medicine Buddha are with you now to clear, heal, and release that which no longer serves you. Thank you. The powerful energy is meant to complement and empower other healing efforts you may have already employed. So if you're already working on this, wonderful. Now you're getting extra help. No wonder it's connected to this beautiful Six of Swords. The teachings view all illness as originating in the thoughts and beliefs. Once those thoughts of attachment, suffering, or disconnection from source make it to the physical level, we can experience an imbalance known as illness and pain. Medicine Buddha appears now to assure you of full healing in both body and mind. Wow, look at this. Thank you, Spirit. Call on him through sound, meditation, or mantra to help you clear anything on a physical level that you've been dealing with. Ask for assistance with karmic clearing, releasing old patterns and limitations. Allow this blue light to shine over you. So you're working with blue light. Wow. Beautiful. So healing is apparent. And remember, oh my God, it's too late for me. I'll never do this. I've had this for too long. If you're saying anything like that about, your healing or your ailments or whatever the case may be, now is your chance to shift that. This elevation process is helping you to shift it, to perceive it differently. And the lucky clover. Find the lucky 4-leaf clover and know that good luck is on your side. All right. Yes, yes, and yes. 22. Lucky you. The lucky clover. Finding it. And it says, the lucky clover springs up in your path to signify the energy of luck is present for you. Make a wish. Make an order. Yes, order your wish, basically. What have you been hoping for? When the wheel of luck turns in your favor, like finding the one 4-leaf clover among hundreds, anything is possible. This message is inviting you to view yourself now in the right place and time to ask the universe for what you desire. Wow. As you do, visualize your desire fully with all of the details. This is the order. They're literally telling you how to place the order with this lucky clover energy. So as you, this message is inviting you to view yourself now in the right place and time to ask the universe for what you desire. As you do, visualize your desire fully with all of the details. Keep the faith. Luck has the power to turn situations around, and with that, anything is possible. Take note of seeing clovers in nature or as symbols through art, media, or fashion as a sign that luck is now on your side. So you're looking for the lucky clover. Be proactive in utilizing luck in your personal manifestation and protection. Yes. You see that? Luck is on your side. That's this. They're telling you be proactive as well. So when you feel the movement, go ahead. Yeah. It's like stars aligning energy. And make that order. Make that lucky order. Make that wish, this group. This is like everybody's just, imagine Spirit waiting for you. Your whole team coming in and going, have they ordered yet? Are they ordering yet? Have they ordered yet? That's what you've got going on here for this group. Even if you've been going through a very difficult and trying time, which I bet you have with this 10 of Wands, this elevation period is seeing you out of it. And Spirit is like ready and willing. Your whole team's like, well, let us know when they place their order. We're ready and willing. This, okay. So final messages, this will also give you indication of which energy center or chakra you can work with. The third eye, lepidolite. Signs, oh my gosh, yes, this group. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. So look for the signs. In particular, of course, that lucky clover. And whatever else is opening up for you is what I would say, because they're gonna be giving you the signs on when to go and when to stay. You know what I mean? When to kind of be patient and when to persevere and then when to move and take the next step. Whoa, flipping right over there. I'll show you this side of it. Okay, woo. Shine, so fun. Shine, solar plexus, moonikite, muka. Can I talk? Mookite. That's the best I can do, Mookite. You are made up of stardust, so keep sparkling. So great. It feels like there's this confidence coming back to this group. And you're going to be able to probably, like, what you believe and you dream for yourself. This is the beginning. This elevation period is the beginning of you starting to really see and believe that it could be and is possible. So I'm really excited for you to begin to use that law of time and shift your perception of what is and what is not available for you, because it looks like they are setting you up with healing and the family of light. So all of the divine light is on board with your light to help you shine and show you signs. I mean, these are the final messages. The third eye and the solar plexus. Again, we wait for the sign, then we make the move, yes? So you can do this, and they're going to be guiding you all along the way. So I hope that this serves you. What a fun elevation period. Of course, it's not going to be without some effort on your part, but just remember, you have your entire divine family working with you. They are ready to take your order and grant your wishes and work with you and co-create with you if you are ready and willing to do the same with them. I hope that this serves you. Have a wonderful elevation period, getting the signs, being aware of the signs, and allowing yourself to shine. Welcome to your elevation reading. If you are listening to this, then you've chosen for your first pick card number 2, and for your second pick, you chose also card number 2. So the family of light, they are going to have me read some of the descriptions from these guidebooks here for this reading. They want you to be able to listen and take in what the authors are saying about the cards. Of course, I'll be reading just a chunk of it, not the whole thing, but they do want me to start with reading the opening paragraph to the family of light for you. It says, the limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside, do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as an extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. Now, with this card in particular, it just feels like you're so connected to the divine self as well as the individual self, right? So you've got your individual self, your physical self. And as you are walking this path as you this time around in this incarnation, you're also your divine self, which connects to spirit and all living beings and all energetic beings, right? So you can talk to your spirit team. You're very intuitive. We all are divine. And that's why it's possible for us to have that kind of connection. And so there's like no boundaries and no restraints when you have this kind of energy, as well as understanding that the collective is really coming together with you through this elevation period. So let's see what you chose for your law that will be predominantly kind of making its way to help you through this elevation. Wow, the law of secondary causation. Stop reacting and start being the person you've always desired to be. Ooh, this is like a part of the cycle of response. This is what this law is about. I am going to read what they'd like me to read from it, but then I will tell you what Spirit is giving there. And let's see, I have to look all of these up because I don't look at them before we are reading them for you. Okay, Universal Law 49. 97 is the page. Okay, and it says, it is time to stop creating from a consciousness that is in a reactive state or from the past. You always have a choice to create something new. Doing your inner emotional trauma work will free you from repeatedly projecting your BS, belief systems, onto every situation and person. You must learn to exhale between the stimulus of life and harness your responsibility. Okay, so a couple of funny little nuggets in there. So what she's saying is you are responsible for yourself, and if you're in a reactive state constantly, then you're projecting your BS belief systems onto other people. And so with this kind of law working for you, you may feel that you start to react differently. You may feel like you're able to kind of set up a different energy for yourself as it comes to the cycle of response is really what Spirit is talking about. Like they just showed they just showed active listening. So that may be something that's helpful for you. In the card, it explains that, you know, doing some kind of healing work or looking at your past traumas or looking at the things that would have you projecting whatever it is that you believe onto other people as if they should believe it. It's like the opposite of this energy here, right? This energy is helping you to love all. Love all, no matter what they believe. We are one and we are all at the same time, right? So you seeing yourself as different or better than somebody else, that's what's going to be going on here. And instead of reacting from that old place, this elevation is going to help you welcome that in a very different way. I'm trying to set up the end of your reading here, and these cards are looking for specifics. This is Auspicious Symbols. And they are like really being very specific for this group. Oh, good. Are they coming together? Yes. So both of these. Okay. Well, all right. It was worth the wait, I guess. All right. Now I'm going to take a look at first of all, your elevation path. Let's see what the path ahead, especially with the law of secondary causation, has for you. They just said becoming whole. That's what they just said. Becoming whole. It's also, they said, this is what they said, becoming whole. It takes an awful lot of energy to project all the time, you know? It takes an awful lot of your energy. It sounds to me like Spirit's wanting you to use your energy in a different way, or to be able to focus your attention on other things that are really going to serve you and your family, meaning your bigger family. Wow. Okay. Spirit, that's too many cards. Not the chunk. They're saying not the chunk, which is this. So I'm going to put that back. It's this one here. Okay. Thank you. Let's take a look at what this elevation path is going to bring for you and what your messages are. 10 of Swords. Okay, thank you. Yep. This is a change of mind and closing out a really old way of thinking is my guess here. Yeah, everybody's nodding because of how this is coming up together. You can see she actually looks super peaceful here, which I love when they have these. The 10 of Swords can be depicted with all of the swords kind of stabbing somebody in the back. They're laying down, they're bleeding out. But here she's at peace with her mind. She has all of those swords in there kind of behind her. They sort of look like, yeah, like a fan or peacock feathers. And we've got the sun shining. So the beginning of this elevation path is the realization that this kind of thought train, worrying, the stressful mindset, the way that you're thinking about it, the projecting, the you know better than other people, this kind of thing. Wherever it is that you're picking up that you're doing that in your life, however it is that you're reacting to someone else's stuff by then projecting onto them, it's meant to end here right at the start, which is lovely. Let's see what comes as a result. Oh my goodness. Wow, this group, this may be a quick, nice turnover. If you do not resist that understanding and that notion, with this coupling and this lineup so far, this is the Sun card right after that 10 of Swords. And I mentioned the Sun. I mean, look how it moves. It's moving for you. Beautiful. Healing, positivity, joy, optimism, connection, growth, okay? This is very, very good. You may be able to heal old traumas from your childhood, okay, from your past, things that really hurt you, that made your mind go just completely bonkers and haywire, that took you years to process and understand and be okay with. This elevation period for you is allowing you to put those to bed, to put them to rest, to bring them to a conclusion in order to feel healed and joyful and happy again, optimistic again. And look what we're doing with that sword now. She is getting ready to wield that. This is lovely. I mean, honestly, I hope you're ready, this group. This group it's like you're going to be shown a whole new way. That's what it feels. A whole new way to think, a whole new way to learn, a whole new way to perceive. Wow, this is wonderful. It's just so wonderful. You don't have to do it in that old painful way anymore. You don't. You actually going to be like this open channel, like a sponge, right? Thank you. Like, you know how they say little kids, their mind is a sponge? That's what they're giving me with this. So, and P.S., look at all the yellow. There's so much yellow going on in the linear of this path, this elevation path. So the Page of Swords. Pages are the start of the court cards in the tarot, and they often indicate like this excited type of energy where you're inquisitive. You have this like excitement about what might be coming, what you can step into, how you're going to move forward, what you can use. Pages are also the start of a new chapter, right? They're the beginning of those court card energies. We move from a 10 here to a page, and it's consecutive. Okay, you've got a major arcana card interrupting it for the better. Okay, beautiful. So just a pit stop here to heal, to see things from a higher perspective, to understand better, to be more happy, to be more joyful. Okay, and then we just start inquiring about everything. You may be really open to learning with the Page of Swords. Swords are about truth and clarity and understanding and communication and your mind and just being able to wonder, and then like they said, your mind might be a sponge, just wanting to fill up on all kinds of information and learn new things and what's next and wow, I never knew that. If you have been so like, they're saying blinded, but it's like cut off or like detached with like a wall because you were always just projecting out instead of being able to sit back and observe and take in. What this elevation is going to do for you is it's like opening up a whole new world where you're seeing things differently because you're just kind of receiving in, you're observing instead of projecting. And then you just like a sponge, you just want to pick it all up. You may find that you're having different friends, for different notions, trying different things, different foods. Maybe you might want to learn a new language, learning a new way to communicate in general. Okay, it doesn't have to be a new language, but just the old way that you used to communicate, it just might not work anymore for you. You don't see any need for it. You just want to be in happy communication and joyful communication. Again, you may take a class on it. You could take a class on whatever it is that's opening up for you. So wherever it is that you feel like you've been projecting, that's what they're talking about. Could be in your work, in your relationships. Okay, I'm seeing if they're going to give... So they're saying health for some reason, so I don't know what that's about. There may be if you've been closed off in your health sector, the way you think about your health or the way that you take in information, right? Because that's what we're talking about. You may heal that and just go, I'm just going to open up. I want to hear and know everything as much as I can know. That's what a Page of Swords does. It's like, I am going to see, you can see the sword looks very heavy, right? She's like trying to lift it up so she can point it towards spirit and go, show me what I need to know. Tell me what I need to know. Stop reacting and start being the person you've always desired to be. Once you feel like that, you're going to just like be this sponge. Your life is going to start to change. You may go on vacation. Yeah, they're showing me you in different places and trying different things that are just, it's almost like if somebody meets you that's always known you, if they see you after doing this, they'll be like, what I thought you didn't like that. I thought you weren't into that. I thought you thought that was the stupidest thing ever. Like, I thought you really liked this. Or they crack a joke and you're like, that's not even funny. anymore. Like, I don't think that's funny. It's actually not. In fact, I met this person. I learned about this thing. You're just opening up. And did you know? And did you know? So very cool. Ooh, I'm excited for you. This group is going to be a sponge. Their mind is like a sponge. Yes, they keep saying that. Your mind is like a sponge. Ooh, that one wants to come. So we're looking at your strengths and your weaknesses here just to get a little more information to help you out. Oh, I see it. I see it. Thank you. Okay. So strengths card is, ooh, again, being willing to just try something new. Take that opportunity. Present it to, you're going to be presented. That's what it feels like. You're going to be presented. The Ace of Pentacles is usually an opportunity presented from spirit. It's a physical opportunity. So again, that must be why they're showing me you trying all these new things. Like, I learned about this, I read about it in a book, and now I got to go try it. Or I met this new person, and instead of being like closed off, I actually was open to talking to them, and I asked them questions, and I learned this new thing, and now I want to go try it. Or I got to go to this place, or I got to go to this country, or I got to go to this what have you, right? I want to try this new hobby. This person said that they have so much fun doing it. I mean, I got to give it a try. So Ace of Pentacles, being offered opportunity after opportunity and being willing to say, okay, sure, why not? When before you would have been like, absolutely not. It's not me. It's not my vibe. I'm not interested. Interesting. And let's take a look at the weakness energy. The Two of Cups. This is a card of divine union in the heart, okay? And so this is an interesting turn of events, is what they're saying. It's an interesting turn of events. For all of these readings thus far, this has been very opposite energy happening in the strength and the weakness. For you, the Two of Cups is not being willing to make those connections. Obviously, this is something that you're going to need to actually work on, is what they're telling us here. I am very excited for you still. However, sometimes the Ten of Swords can be painful, right? So as you're in this space trying to welcome new members of that light family in and see everyone as equals or as you are, and not place judgment too quickly or project, it may be a bit of a challenge. You can kind of see in this, even in this depiction, she sort of looks at odds, right? If we're reading it like it's a challenge or like it's a difficulty energy, we could say that they were fighting, right? And she's got her back turned to him. And she's like, no, I don't want to hear what you have to say, right? And so instead of them being, because again, oftentimes at Two of Pentacles, you've got interlocking people drinking from each other's cups, sharing each other's hearts with openness. So in this case, you may find it challenging to do that. You may find that you kind of are like, I'm not as open as I want to be. And that's okay. Just try your best to say yes when you can, because you're going to see some success in doing that. You're stronger than you think. And if they're saying if they just keep it zipped and say yes, and try to keep the most open mind possible, you may find that it turns out much better than you think, that you make a new friend, or you find a new partner, or you have a connection with someone that you would have never thought that you would. Like, let's say you try a new restaurant, and before you would be like, there's no way that I'm going to this restaurant. It is not my vibe at all. I don't like any of the food there. I would never like it. I remember when I was 10 and I went to this restaurant and this type of food and I threw up and it was horrible, blah, 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 right? And instead you decide, you know what? This is like decades after that. It's a past trauma, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to give it another try with an open mind. I'm going to go with positivity and joy and happiness to see what comes. I'm going to say yes. You may find that initially you got your back to it, you're like, I guess I'll take a try of this, I guess. And then all of a sudden, poof, your eyes light up. You go, wait, how could I have not liked this before? Wow, this is not what I thought it was, and you're able to like heal that old trauma, heal that old thing, and then go, what else can we try? I love that. And elevation is not always easy. That's why they're having me pull that weakness card there, where you might find some weakness in like the same old people, the same old thing, and turning your back to something new. But they want you to be as open as possible, because as you do that, you're going to discover like a whole new world. Again, mind is like a sponge. It's almost like reverting back to when you're little, right? And just being so inquisitive. This is the outcome energy. Oh, quick forward motion. So this elevation point, when you get to the end of it here and you have the outcome, you may be very willing to follow your passion, follow what inspires you, follow what you want to create. A Knight of Wands, she waits for her inspiration and then she hops on her unicorn and off she goes. She doesn't spend too much time in her mind. This is the quickest moving knight. So in the future, you see, they're trying to get you to a place through this elevation where you don't have as much reservation in following what you feel passionate about, because your heart is open, your mind is open, you're willing. You're willing. You're not projecting your stuff. You're kind of open now. And you're like, I don't know, sounds fun. Let's go. That's the vibe of this. Wow. This feels like a very restricted group turning through the elevation into this like really fun, spontaneous, fun time. Like knowledgeable, exciting, tapping back into things and just learning a ton and just, welcoming in all these new experiences. Beautiful. Let's see what kind of tools you'll be working with. The Medicine Buddha. Wow. The Medicine Buddha. Align with the Medicine Buddha for clearing karma and disease. It's so interesting. And I'm just saying it for this group because this is the second to last group that I'm recording. And in every group, there was one card from the group before that shows up here. So this showed up in the previous group. It's very interesting. So let me read to you the beautiful Medicine Buddha coming in to help you with this. It's going to help you heal. Align with the Medicine Buddha for clearing karma and disease, as well as, old narratives, etc., that you might be working from with this 10 of Swords. So interesting how everything is so connected. It says, the vows of the Medicine Buddha are with you now to clear, heal, and release that which no longer serves you. The powerful energy is meant to complement and empower other healing efforts you may have already employed. So if you're already working on this, wonderful. The teachings view all illness as originating in the thoughts and beliefs. Once those thoughts of attachment, suffering, or disconnection from source make it to the physical level, we experience an imbalance known as illness and pain, which is why you're projecting and closed, right? That's the whole point. Medicine Buddha appears now to assure you of full healing in both body and mind. I just want to go, call on him through sound meditation or mantra to help you clear anything on a physical level that you've been dealing with. Ask for assistance with karmic clearing, releasing old patterns and limitations. So Medicine Buddha coming in to help you with his blue light. Allow this blue light to shine over you. So you may want to do a meditation or mantra around healing or releasing or letting go of, or, I would say receiving, allowing, taking in, listening, etc. And you also have, the lucky penny. So it looks like we know what you'll be looking for. 43, the lucky penny. Heads up, all day long you will have good luck. Wonderful. Definitely an indication. Look out for coins of all sorts is what they said. Coins of all sorts. So not just the pennies. Not just the pennies. Okay, and this says, here we go. Lucky penny is a message of luck in the present moment. Today, you may discover luck in small ways, such as the perfect parking spot, a favorable message, or finding money in your pocket. The positive side of the penny, the heads up, or the head up, invites you to go ahead and pick it up. Claim the positive and enjoy the small strokes of luck. This may also be a day when you're able to direct the favorable luck into an existing situation. The lore of the lucky penny states that if the penny is tails up, flip it over and leave it for another to find. You may think of this as a pay it forward opportunity. In any of these circumstances, enjoy the good chance you are being offered. Yes. They also talk about using the penny in other ways to create fortune, luck, wishes, etc., which is like throwing it into a fountain, placing it in your shoe to bring good fortune. Carry a penny that was minted in your birth year. Keep a jar of pennies in your kitchen to attract abundance. So definitely be looking for coins of all kinds. Remember, that's what they said. I love this. Good luck, fortune, healing. And can we just, I feel like it's going to signify another opportunity for you. So when you find a coin, especially if it's heads up, even if it's not, if you're noticing a coin, again, if it's tails up, flip it over for the next person. But if it's heads up and you pick it up, that's an indication that there's something new that's going to come in for you to try, right? You're literally getting the penny and the Ace of Pentacles. It's essentially the same thing. Let's get final messages for this group. Wow, those just want to come out. And there's two. Perfect. All right, let's see what we have here for you. First up, the heart chakra and rose quartz. Self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. And I would say look into that, because sometimes, the reason that we are projecting is because we want to be like better, or we have shortcomings about ourselves that we need to deal with. So interesting. Lots of love coming in, and feel free to use that rose quartz if you need it. And also we have this one. Root chakra, hematite, foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. So they're telling you to make sure that you have the right foundation in place. And when it comes to your belief systems, right, which is not projecting your BS, as the card said, right, your belief system, we want to check on that and make sure that you have the right foundation in place. And if you don't, you're going about like perceiving it, looking inside yourself and going, what does my heart say is the truth? What is the right thing? Because your heart is what connects you to, that's where the divine connections happen. That's where the divine connections happen. And although this is in sort of your weakness or your challenge position here, you have the ability to change that through this elevation. They're going to be offering you up opportunity after lucky penny after opportunity to be able to heal that and to start observing and calling in love and taking down those restrictions, taking down those walls, and being able to heal and step into this like joyful, happy, receiving, pleasant, they just said pleasant energy where you're like a sponge and you're just so excited to get to the next thing, learn the next thing, and sort of open up that heart even more. So it's going to start to shift your foundation is what I think. And if you are noticing these belief systems in place that are just not serving you, then by all means, take a look at them and do what you need to do to recognize them and shift them, close them out. It'll be worth it. Call on the blue light of the medicine Buddha to help you do that. And remember, you are fully supported by the divine. You are you, but you are all. And now this is your time to really connect in that way. So I hope that this serves you. I hope you will allow yourself to open your heart and say yes. Don't forget to look for those lucky coins, knowing that an opportunity for something small and something new for you to try or be open to or to take in will be coming up. And I hope that you practice self-love and you allow yourself to really step into that beautiful foundation that you deserve. I hope this serves you. Have a wonderful elevation period. How exciting. Welcome to your elevation reading. If you are listening to this, then you've chosen for your first pick card number 2, and for your second pick card number 3. And we're going to be taking a look at the messages that are connected for your elevation period forward. And we are going to be reading from the descriptions a bit. They've asked me to do that. So we'll start with the Family of Light card that you've chosen here, card number 17. And it says, the limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside, do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth as extended spiritual family. You will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. So this is so wonderful. It reminds us of, what Spirit always says about how you are you and you are also them. You could be another person, and technically you are. You're not the other person physically, but your heart is connected by your divinity. So we are connected as a whole. And this kind of a card in an elevation is so beautiful. It means any kind of walls that you might have popping up or have had up around the fact that like you're so separate from someone. Yes, you are. You are an individual and you are you in this incarnation. However, you are also connected to them through your heart connection. So all the beings, spirit, etc., are coming up and helping you to feel like part of that collective energy through this elevation period. So such a beautiful card to kick it off with. And then let's see what we chose for your prominent law, universal law that you'll be working with here. Ooh, lucky you. Okay, law of attraction. Embody the highest version of yourself. A lot of people talk about this. This is like, what do you call that? Not a catchphrase, but it's like a famous kind of thing that people use over and over again. I can't think of it now. Maybe they'll give it to me. Everybody talks about the law of attraction, embody the highest version of yourself, but you're going to be using it to attract in whatever it is that you truly desire, okay? However, the law of attraction can be tricky because sometimes we attract in what we don't want, and then we wonder, why are we attracting this in? It's somewhere in your intentional energy, your rooted energy. And so I suppose that's probably what they're going to be helping you to elevating your attraction. Thank you, Spirit. So elevating your attraction. That's what they said. I am going to read just a small bit from this. Let's see which number this is. I don't look at the card, and she doesn't have these in like a numerical order. So I kind of have to scan. Here we go. Okay. Universal law number 25, law of attraction 49 is the page. It says, you have asked for a divine sign. Yes, you are on the right path. What you desire desires you. However, to have your dreams come true, you must embody that which is equal to it. The universe has revealed where you must rise to the occasion and become that which you seek. Become aware of any double standards or entitlements you have. The universe works with precision. Yes. It attracts and repels the magnetism of your soul with perfection. Pay particular attention to any message that comes in threes. Let's note that because they don't often have me read descriptions, so we need to note that threes matter. Develop your wisdom, knowledge, and skills. It is time to focus on becoming the highest version of yourself. So what this card, of course, is talking about is the law of attraction is very specific. It's particular, right? You can't just be like, oh, I really want this, and so I'm going to attract it in. You have to actually be able to vibrate in that frequency. And it's easier said than done, which is why when you look around your life, you may not have all of the exact things that you want, right? It's because somewhere your frequency is vibrating in the same frequency as the thing that you don't want as well. And so usually this has to do with like rooted belief systems. That is our foundational energy and what Spirit is most certainly going to be picking up on. Thank you. So it's going to be a bit of a dig in and an awareness around what it is that you already have that you do want, as well as what it is that you already have that you don't want through this elevation in order to be able to dig in and rectify what may have attracted that in. This is not like the law of attraction is, like I said, it's a buzzword. Thank you, Spirit. It's a buzzword. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my alarm going off, so I'm going to go shut it off. I'll be right back. But that's another sign. sometimes I read a bit later and my alarm goes off. Anyway, that's another sign that when I said it's a buzzword, right? They gave that to me and then they set that alarm off. So for this group, it's like, it's not just a buzzword. You can't just be like, oh, I'm using the law of attraction, and then you're using it. That's not how it works. You actually have to like dig in and do the work. If there's stuff in your life that is coming in and you think you're entitled to something and you're not receiving it, it may be because of that entitlement energy that's bringing in a different frequency into your life that is not working for you. So the law of attraction is mostly taking responsibility for your own thoughts, your own frequency, your own heart center, who it is and how it is you're connecting with others in this case, like kind of how you're vibrating on the planet. And some of that work is not always the easiest thing to do, and that's what elevation periods are for, okay? When you elevate or you're in an elevation, do you want these? No? No. Is that, I know those are no. What are they? No. Sorry, just checking to see if they wanted any of those cards. When you're in an elevation period, it's not always the easiest, thing to do. You know, Spirit challenges you. They have you look at things that are not turning out the way you wanted. And sometimes they make you do harder human things in order to be able to get and stay. They're saying get and stay in that frequency that you need to be in order to be able to actually receive what it is that you want. And sometimes it doesn't come in the package you think it's going to come in. The universe is fun. But I love how she kind of says, thank you. She says it works with precision, which is very true. Very true. The universe isn't getting it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if you have something in your life that you don't like, it's not the universe's fault. And whenever I try to argue with Spirit, which I do, believe me, a lot, they go, what do you want us to do? You know, you're the one who's doing, like, it's you. You got to shift that. What do you want us to do about it? You know, and I'm like, fine. All right, let's see about your elevation path and see what's going on here and what kind of messages we have for you. Okay, 4 of Pentacles to kick this off. So if this is about career, home, finances, your stability, how you feel safe in the world, money, okay? The 4 of Pentacles is a very nice card to have. It's a card of stability, but to have it at the beginning of the elevation kind of path that we're looking into, I would say it's very important to be hyper aware of, you know, the extremes of this card when it isn't in a balanced high expression. The lower expression of this card can be real scarcity and just feeling like you're never going to have enough. You don't have enough. Where's it going to come from? I don't know how to get it. I'm not stable. I feel like it's going to be taken away from me. I really have to save all my money. I have to pinch every single penny because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Okay, that kind of energy. You don't feel safe and secure. The other extreme, of course, is greed energy, where you feel like I just want more. I just want more. I just want more. It's never enough. It's never enough. And so we really need to look at our alignment when it comes to either of those. And it sounds like this may be something that they're talking about, you maybe wanting to manifest into your life, the feeling of safety and security, the job that makes you feel like, oh, this is my dream job and I feel so safe and secure in it, right? I feel protected here. I feel stable here. The kind of money in your bank account, what you want to see in your bank account to make you feel safe and secure. They said you may be laboring under a misapprehension is what they just said. So maybe you think that this is going to make you stable. And so you keep wanting it, but where you're vibrating is in scarcity. Oh my God, I'm never going to have that. Will I be stable? The only way that I'm going to be stable is if I have this. And so you never get it, right? So I know that it's a bit complicated, but it's really simple. That's what Spirit always says. We complicate it with our minds. I have to do this, this, and this in order to feel stable, when it's usually not the case. The stability piece and the safety piece comes from within. So we're really looking at that for you in this group here at the start of the elevation. I'd like to see where that leads, to see what they're gonna give you to do about it here. 2 of Cups. Wow. So this card is about relationships and heart connections. It really connects to this family of light and understanding that we are all connected. Here, it always looks like, for some reason in this card depiction, that they're not connecting. Their eyes are connecting, but she kind of has her back to him and she's enjoying her cup over here. A Two of Cups in its high expression really says that, we are connecting like this, like our hearts are like joined together and we feel this flow of energetic love and connection. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner necessarily. This can be a friendship, a family member, somebody you work with where you just get them and they just get you and it really works together. And so I would say that they're needing you to look at your relationships as it concerns, you know, whatever it is that you're looking to attract. If you have somebody, let's say you're worried about, oh, I was going to give a different example, but they don't want me to. Okay. They're talking about, okay. So if you want to get a job, a new job, and you're kind of stuck in the same old job and you have a boss that makes you continue to feel like, well, we need you. And every time you like ask for a raise, they only give you a tiny bit. And then every time you go to leave, they kind of promise you these other things, but it's not working out or they don't deliver it, right? It's like that relationship is keeping you in some sort of a cycle that you need to be aware of in order to be able to shift it so that you can be in your true abundance and step into your heart, which is, you know, I want something better for myself. I want stability, and this relationship is not creating that for me. It won't be something outside of yourself that creates stability. So here I can see them. They're telling you to look at this and then look at your relationships and how your heart connections may be affecting what it is you truly do want to attract. Three of Wands. Ooh, this is a patience energy. The Three of Wands is actually a beautiful card. It means you get to start making plans about something. You can start seeing the future. But as you can see, as she looks ahead, it's all kind of foggy. Things are going to start to come to life for her and she will understand which path to take. But for now, she waits, she dreams, she starts planning about, you know, how she would use that new, or what that new job might look like, right? Or who it is she would like to work for as opposed to this. So we're noticing what we don't have in order to be able to inform the vibration of what we want. And so they're telling you here with this group, it's not literally about having necessarily right away. It's about actually doing the practice of getting into the frequency and then being patient enough to wait for that to show up. Again, planning is not just about like writing down the plan because you have all of the data and the details and then you can make the plan. For this group, it's going to be about imagining and being in that frequency as much as possible is what I would say. As much as possible. You're trying to like snap to the grid is what I like to call it. Snap to grid, like, you know, when you have editing software, how you can say everything snap to the grid, or like musical software, you can snap everything to the beat, to the track or the tick. That's what it feels like. You find that frequency that you want to attract in on and then practice snapping back to that grid. And then you'll be able to actually start to see the visions will come to life. The path will come to life in front of you. And you'll probably be offered some sort of an opportunity here with the Three of Wands. That's usually what happens. In the Three of Wands, you can see she's waiting. She's waiting patiently on that rock that she's sitting on for exactly the right path to appear, exactly the right opportunity for her inspiration to guide her, to lead her. So she's not in a rush at all. Let's see what the strength and the weakness energy brings. Here's the strength. Oh, and the weakness. Okay, we got the strength and the weakness, they said, as is. All right, so we'll just look at them this way. Page of Pentacles. So your strength is actually being able to dream about what it is that you might be lacking in order. So this is wonderful, actually. You have the strength to do it, you have the power to do it, to actually look and say, hey, this is how I want. You see her. I'm just going to set this aside. It's a Nine of Swords. Very opposite energy. That's how all of these readings have been in these positions, strength and weakness. Page of Pentacles, you can see her. She's relaxed. She's grounded. She's also sitting on that rock, and she's finding you're going to be able to do this easily is what this is saying. She's observing her reality. She's observing what she has, and she's ready to use it. She's excited to use it. Pages are new chapters. In this case, this is a new chapter on the physical plane. If you want that job, if you want that bank account, if you want that relationship, if you want that new home, if you'd like that new car, if you'd like that, whatever it may be, if you like that opportunity, okay, you have the ability to envision it for yourself, to ask about it, to take the next step when it's time to take the next step toward it, okay? A Page of Pentacles, pages bring news. Again, you might be offered, that's why I just felt like you might be offered an opportunity here. If you can get into that frequency. Again, people just say that like it's, just get in the frequency, stay in it, it's easy. It's not always easy. I mean, I need to tell you that. I can't, especially with this lineup, it's like you might be yo-yoing. It's not the easiest thing to day after day, time after time, be very consciously aware of what kind of frequency you're in and then choose to snap back and snap back and snap back and snap back enough times so it feels a little more easy. And even from there, you need to still pay attention. It is an arduous practice to shift some kind of a limiting belief or a conditioned thinking pattern, a conditioned belief that you've had for a long time. It doesn't just happen overnight, but you have the ability to do it because you can envision that future. You can start thinking about it. You can start seeing it in your mind's eye. And at the same time, like I said, you're being aware of what kind of relationships are affecting your current experience in order to be able to give you what you don't want so you can envision what you do want. So what you don't want for this group is going to be just as important as what you do want. And in fact, it might literally tell you what you do want. If you're like, I'm not really sure what I want. Well, look at what you don't have, what you complain about, what sucks in your life, or what frustrates you, right? And what you want more of. And then that'll give you what you want, right? And as long as you're coming from this beautiful, high vibrating intention, you'll be able to understand the frequency of that the more that you step into it and snap to it. And this Page of Pentacles is telling me that you can have, it's like if you can have it, if you can have it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, basically. If you can have it in your frequency, you can hold it in your hand. And so there's a new chapter starting for the physical plane. I just feel as though it is going to take some time. And you can see here what kind of card we have. If I can get it, there we go. We have the Nine of Swords. You can see she's, bent over, crying here. The Nine of Swords is, this is in the challenge or the weakness position of this spread for you. The Nine of Swords is a card that can see you needing to kind of deal with the stress and anguish of your mind. The Nine of Swords can be like super anxiety producing. It's like keeping you up at night. Worries, fears coming in over and over again, which is literally the exact opposite, right, of a Page of Pentacles. A Page of Pentacles is like, I am fresh, I am open, I am willing. I think sky's the limit. I'm so excited about what's going to come on this physical plane for me. I'm waiting for the next thing, and I'm just going to dream about this pentacle until it comes. And then when it does come, I will embark upon it, and I will take that step and how fun. I wonder what I'm gonna, find. I wonder what kind of money I'm gonna make. I wonder what kind of job. That's the Page of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is like, oh my God, what if it doesn't come? I'm so worried about this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't feel like I have what I need. Am I ever gonna have what I need? I'm so stressed out about this. I'm so worried about this. I can't sleep. I have to deal with this. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Okay. It's a stressed out in the mental state energy. And so they're telling you right now, I know you might be stressed in your mind, but we need you to work on practicing this and work with it. Embody that word, embody. They mean snap to grid, get into the highest vibration, the highest frequency of the highest version of yourself that you can come up with, that you can imagine. Okay, and you're going to start to see things shifting for yourself as you are patiently waiting for that sign, that opportunity to pop up for you. The Nine of Swords is, it's a human card. We all worry and we all stress out in our heads sometimes, but you cannot let it take you over. It's like you might be overly worrying because this is in a weakness area, and it's not just going to stop because you said, oh, for one day I'm in this alignment of what I want. I felt it. You need to feel it over and over and over again. I'm sorry to be, having to deliver this news to you, but actually that's always what it is when someone's talking about the law of attraction. It's never just like 1 minute of one day or saying an affirmation one time, one day. If you really want to feel into that frequency and that vortex to be able to achieve, you have to actually do the work to do that. And this group has the ability to do that through this elevation period. It's just going to take some actual work. The Page of Pentacles is not afraid of trying new tools, new techniques, new ways, new affirmations, a new meditation practice, a new use new divination tools, use the right stone, use the best stone. Does this stone help my frequency? Does this essential oil make me feel or this kind of way? Does it ground my energy? Do I feel like I'm in my highest frequency? Using the tools, the things that you have around, whatever you can do to stay in that frequency, that's what you want to do. And then I think you might be surprised at what happens. You're going to have to deal with, of course, the stresses and the worries of your mind, because they've been there for a long time, right? We stress and we worry about things over and over again. And the minute you try to start to shift something and you become aware of it and you're like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm not doing this anymore. This is the version of myself that I want to be. Your mind's going to ramp up and go, oh yeah, well, I'm comfortable here. So I'm going to keep telling you this story. And then you will need to put the practice in place and do it over and over again. Let's see what the outcome energy is for this group. I'm very interested. Oh my goodness, the moon. Interesting. Wow. First of all, the moon card tells me we don't know what the unknown path brings. It's similar, right, to a 3 of Wands. We're in imaginative land. This elevation for you is about trusting, right, that everyone's conspiring with you and that they're putting you a bit to the test of attracting in a different life for yourself if that's what you want or whatever it is you want. So through this elevation period, your job is to trust in the unknown while snapping to that grid over and over again, while snapping to that frequency over and over again and combating your mind, looking at your connections. Very interesting. So the moon card it can be a card of like the underbelly, the hidden illusions that you're dealing with. So some of those may come to the surface by the end of this, or you're like, oh my God, I never knew I had that limiting belief. I never would have known that if I didn't allow myself to dig in and look at what I want to imagine, because as I did that, my mind went nuts. And then I realized, oh my God, I picked that up from when I was, 7. I've been thinking this since I was 7. How could I be believing this? How did I not know that? So it feels like some secrets are going to be revealed to you over this elevation period that have been in the depths. And that's beautiful. That's what you need to be able to snap and stay. That's what they just said. Snap to the grid and stay, okay? That vibration, that vibrational frequency, and stay in it. Also, the moon card is a beautiful energy of feminine intuition, right? The moon is about feminine energy and really being able to trust your intuition to guide you and not having to know everything before it happens, to release the worries of your mind and trust in spirit and trust in yourself and trust in what you're attracting and trusting in the frequency that you're aligning with. So that's a beautiful energy. It just feels like with whatever comes up from the depths, we're going to understand and be able to kind of relax into it and not be afraid to journey forward, even if you don't have all the answers. It's like you'll be trusting your passion, you'll be trusting your inspiration, you'll be trusting your intuition, be trusting your heart. Okay, let's see what we have here for you, symbols for you. The Medicine Buddha. Wow. So this has shown up for everyone that picked this family of light card. So, wow. I love this. Aligned with the Medicine Buddha for clearing karma and dis-ease. So old patterns, old vibrational frequencies that you're attached to, right? They are going to have me read for you. Wow, that card has shown up there every time. Interesting. Very interesting. It's like this card is connected to this card. Yeah, it's like being whole and one connects you and gives you the ability to align with this. Talk about alignment. Align with the Medicine Buddha. It says, the vows of the Medicine Buddha are with you now to clear, heal, and release that which no longer serves you. Which again, remember we were saying, the things that you don't want are just as valuable for this group as the things that you do. They may actually tell you what it is that you do want. The powerful energy is meant to complement and empower other healing efforts you may have already employed. So if you're already working on this, call in the Medicine Buddha and he just like ramps that up for you. Wonderful. Complement and empower. So like level it up through the elevation. The teachings view all illness as originating in the thoughts and the beliefs. So here, what we're dealing with in the weakness energy, or the challenge energy. Once those thoughts of attachment, suffering, or disconnection from source make it to the physical level, we experience an imbalance known as illness or pain. Medicine Buddha appears now to assure you of full healing in both body and mind. Lovely. Yes. Call on him through sound, meditation, or mantra to help you clear anything on a physical level that you've been dealing with. Ask for assistance with karmic clearing, releasing old patterns and limitations. Allow this blue light to shine over you. So yes, you call him in to help you heal. If something pops up out of the depths and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this, then Medicine Buddha needed. Call in the light workers and call in the Medicine Buddha for yourself. He will help you to heal, especially if you've been already working on something. It's beautiful energy. The Ankh. Wow. The Ankh offers the key to insights and blessings for the future. Yes, it does. Wow. And definitely look for this symbol as well as an indication. Let me read it to you. It says, the Ankh comes forward as a sign of personal insights and soul evolution. The key to life has a multitude of associations that help us explore the inner plane and where we are at the present time. As you do, take this key and turn the lock. It's the key. As you do, yeah, see, we're unlocking something here with this group, which I'm so happy for you. It may have been blocking you or like manifestations or what you're wanting to attract. Okay, take this key and turn the lock. As you do, feel the expansion of your understanding and consciousness at this time. Look back upon your journey to this point and see the road ahead. Ooh, so the Ankh can help you see the road ahead. We are all eternal souls, constantly integrating our life experiences. You may receive messages of insights through dreams, visualizations, or past life information. Interesting. The Ankh is a blessing for a bright future and to help you appreciate the eternal energy of the earth and your journey on it. A blessing for a bright future and for you to be able to appreciate the eternal energy of the earth and your journey as you're making it through. So I just feel like there's a presence for this group that is most certainly needed in order to be able to actually put this practice into place. You're going to come out of it trusting and in this total different alignment. If you allow, the frequency will be completely shifted for this group. The thing is, it's a consciousness practice that you're looking at, and the consciousness practices are some of the hardest ones for us humans to do. So I am going to send you so much amazing love and joy as you do your best to, step into that consciousness practice. Don't beat yourself up if you miss it or you find yourself thinking about something that was, worrying or stressing about something. Just catch it as quickly as you can. That's my advice when you're trying to work with, the trappings of your mind and, the stresses of your mind, and step into a different frequency. Just keep snapping back as quick as you can. Honestly, that's all that Spirit's ever really looking for from us anyway, okay? They're not looking for us to be perfect. They're looking to see how quickly we snap back into divinity. And this group has all the power to be able to do that. I'm not going to say you're going to do it quickly. You could. That is totally up to you. You could, but as long as you're coming back to it over and over again and remaining conscious, that's the only practice that they're asking of you now in this elevation. Okay? Let's see what we have for final messages and chakra energy for you. Wow, the crown. Love this. So this is your crown chakra, your connection to the divine, literally divinity. Blue lace agate. Divinity, recognize the divine in the mirror. Whoa. Wow. I feel like I just was like Joey from Blossom there inadvertently. Divinity, recognize the divine in the mirror. You are divine. Remember everything they were talking about at first. They want this one. Everything they were talking about in the open. You are not just a physical being. You are a divine being as well. Recognize that divinity in the mirror and open up that crown to be able to receive and imagine. They just said, and imagine. Okay, and we also have the third eye chakra, which is not surprising, and labradorite, dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Dreams. This is not only like your actual dreams. If you start dreaming a lot, definitely keep a dream journal if that feels like something that resonates with you. But I'm talking about the dreams that you have in your waking state. What this Page of Pentacles is dreaming about, you see, dreams are where your mind translates the divine. So you're connecting to your crown chakra and being able to take in what you know to be divinely true, that alignment you're looking in, snap back to that grid, and then allow yourself to imagine. Use the key. You have the key to healing, to improving your life, to stabilizing, to bringing in what it is you want, to welcoming in this new path. Even though it's very unknown right now, it will start to be shown to you as you move forward. So I wish you nothing but the best. I'm very excited for you. You've got the top 2 of the major 7 here opening right up for you as you move through your elevation process and step into a beautiful energy of attraction. So keep snapping to that grid. You are the key. Never stop dreaming for what it is that you truly want. I know you can do it, and I hope that this serves you.